for this match, Joshua, Chico, JJ, and David. Chico, JJ, and David. It's time for the upper bracket semifinals for the first match of the day. Aurora versus Onyx Philippines.
Aurora versus Philippine Onyx.
In the jungle, Demon Knight and King Kong. In the mid lane, UF and Super Frizz. In the mid lane, UF and Super Frizz. In the low, Renegade and Brusco. And in the gold lane, Domenkai and Kara. And welcome. Domenkai and Kara. Domenkai and it's time and welcome their coaches. For Onyx Philippines, Coach Reinhardt, and for Aurora, Coach Master the Basics. Your last year's grand finalists, the Trailblazers of the new era, MPL Arena, it's game time!
Game time.
Alrighty, they are locked and loaded, and this is the lineup for Aurora that we're looking at once again. Let's go ahead and introduce them. It's Edward, Demon Kite, Yue, Renegade, and Domen Kite. Keep your eyes on the Kite brothers. For this one, and not only that, I always feel like you always can't count out Mr. Consistent, whatever you want to call Edward these days. He has so many names, but he does play a big part of this. We know how important the XP lane is. Yue loves to bring out, it's so funny seeing the Sicilian there, still for that top hero pick of his, and then of course Renegade, the hit man, the heal man, the everything man, always brings so much to the roam, you know, and that is a high impact role for them to make work.
Yeah, and for Onyx Philippines with Kurt, King Kong, Super Friends, Brusco, and Kelra, actually, if Onyx has their work cut out for them in terms of trying to think about what US gonna end up playing in the center of the map, Aurora has the same problem with Super Friends. The Farsa, the Selena that we don't have a record of the US showing up with, and of course the Valier that Super Friends reintroduced to MPL Philippines with Onyx this season, becoming a huge success for them, which now, for Aurora, then, okay, if you have to think about Super Friends, how then are we going to ban around making sure that King Kong doesn't end up with a comfort? He'll always end up with a comfort. How do we make sure that Brusco ends up with a hero, while at the same time not taking a hero away from Renegade because they have a shared hero pool?
They've got the shared hero pool, man, and speaking of that, you know, 47 to 48. Both these teams are so flexible in the draft, and that's why we were saying before we introduced them, it's going to be a spicy draft because of how much flexibility overall there is. Yeah, there's still the hot picks going through, but ultimately this is a good chance for some of the teams to bring out some of the more maybe unorthodox picks that we haven't necessarily seen just yet because of the fact that they are in the upper bracket semifinals. And then other than that too, like we were talking about, man, I think realistically, yeah, mid lane, you leave a lot of room for something new there, but I mean, even the Eve was such a surprising factor in yesterday's games, and either of these guys can play it. Of course, you have the Valier, like you mentioned too, so I think really what I want to look at is the XP lane. Because of these two, Kirk and Edward, and that what kind of impact they're going to have, because even then, like we saw the box shove planted in the XP lane in the hands of Flap yesterday, And these types of XP laners, when you have Kirk and Edward, they can be even a little more different than what Flap likes to do.
Yeah,
Today
I'm like tired
of
already.
lane here. Of course, with the
watch.
draft difficulty that playing around the mid lane, drafting
I
around
wanna
the
watch
mid lane
playoffs,
table, you have to look for
important
stability
matches.
somewhere,
Good
and
matches,
that has to
actually.
come through the EXP lane, which now
Yesterday
has extra
was,
option
you
in the
know,
box
even
shot.
better,
You're
but-
not just stuck with the high losses. Even Edith has showed up yesterday, and it's a reminder to everyone that we've seen her sparingly all throughout the season, but she's definitely still a great pick.
And before we get to the matchup again, we're going to have to go ahead and check out our players' ping test for this match. Let's throw it over to them.
Yo, can we check our ping too or what?
Parang pinakamalupit mo paano sa buong Pilipinas.
Ping test.
Sobrang solid ng panic ka, pare. Hindi tumitigil ang straight table. Sana nakatulong yung 10 pesos ko kay Brent para maligtas siya ngayong lamination. Malaking tulong yun. Paano pag kinulang siya ng 10
It's
pesos?
an older video, I guess.
Ako yun. Ako yung 10 pesos doon kay Brent. Maliligtas yun. 10 pesos ko, 10 votes yun. Bali pagka kinulang ng 10 si Brent, edi naligtas ko siya. Nalalamulan ka, saan nalalamulan ka, saan nalalamulan ko. Nag-check ping para mabad trip
Do
si
show
Earth.
your community talent too.
Di ako magsasalita. What happened, Bella? I know.
Mine?
Vampire, right? Vampire pain to me. Idol ng
I don't get
bayan.
that.
Si Idol ng bayan pala to eh. Kaya mo nga ako. Try mo, di mo. Kaya,
What is
boy.
this talent shit?
Pag naganto ko, tapos na si Doming eh. Pag pumesto na ako ng ganito. Postura pa lang, alam mo solo kill ka namin eh. Di ako mapapa-XP kasi di mo naman ako kaya eh.
And that's our smart ping test of bringing you low latency
that,
gaming
bro? I
with smart
didn't got
Sulit
anything from
promos.
this.
Subscribe to Only 5G with non-stop data for non-stop gaming on your favorite loading platforms or the smart booth right outside our MPL venue.
For our international audience out there, we basically had a couple, I guess, trending things going around right now in the
Yes.
Philippines. Kelra was doing a pose that I've been seeing everybody do, but I have no idea what it is. And then you had Demon Kite going ahead and doing the what's happening Vela thing right now. So, but this matchup, let's look at the Infinix keys to victory here, Renmar.
Yeah, if you're Aurora, you have to definitely punish Onyx overextending tendencies. One of the best qualities of Aurora
Damn.
this season, as
What are you
Demon
looking
Kite
at,
stares
brother?
into our soul, is their capability to punish
Looking at
even
me
the
weird, man.
slightest of errors. Onyx are really great at that, but it's because they mask it with just some really good aggression, early aggression, so that you prevent Aurora's snowball. Aurora, another thing that they do very well is that they understand their timings. But if you take them out of their comfort zone, well, it's hard for them to make a comeback. Play the series one game at a time for Aurora and Onyx. We mentioned that there's a lot of pieces you have to think about in terms of the draft in just the mid lane. We haven't even talked about the other lanes as much yet. So take it step by step, pick by pick, sequence per sequence, then you can get the victory.
You know, I really like that last one, man.
Come on,
It
sir, the
brings me
Kelra.
back to my days of playing
And see the draft, man.
sports. And I had a coach that always said that.
They take a lot
because
of
even when
time
we were in
to
the
start a
championship
match.
run, he
bro.
said,
It's just so fucking annoying.
guys, one game at a time, one win at a time.
Yeah.
Basically,
High,
you know,
high.
so you don't have to think about too much, because sometimes when you are in the playoffs and you're competing, whether that's a
You can
sport,
be a
whether that's an
part of,
esport,
Onyx,
it's
man.
all
Good
the
name,
same.
though.
You want to be able to focus and hone in on that
Like
one
Demon
game you're going
Kite,
to play right now.
Demon.
You know it's a best of 5. But don't worry about the other games, possible 4 games.
Yeah.
Just focus on what you're doing now, and we've seen that time and time again with our players just here and of course around the world, and how they're able to stay at a high level for, you know, such a long time.
Like,
Think about it.
yo,
We had
stop
some of the
voting and
longest
start
games
liking and
yesterday.
subscribing,
To kick
guys.
off the day. What are they? I think the
There's
average
a
was
subscribe
20
button
plus
right here
minutes.
Yeah, I
somewhere.
think on average it was around 20, 21, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
that
And
we
in
were
this
doing
side.
it. Real quick, nice to if you were the coach of both Aurora and Onyx,
Onyx,
how would you
Kelra.
give them like a very quick one-worded pep talk?
One word?
Okay, fine, a quick little phrase.
Lock in.
Lock in.
Just that's it. I'd look all in the eye and just say, lock in.
Yeah, we actually got to see Coach Wynot.
Lock in, boys.
The Onyx players were
Let's
laughing
go.
around.
Send
Coach
it.
Wynot gave a friendly little tap to the back of the head of Super Phrase. Oh no, I think it was King Kong. And then everyone just shut up then.
Yo,
Yeah.
Everyone locked in.
That's basically coach
We have
speak.
an Onyx
Yeah.
guy
That's
already
coach
here, man.
language. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys can't wait for it. So we're gonna jump into the draft
Let's
here
go.
in just a couple seconds.
Draft,
Game
finally.
one is best of 5.
Best
For
of
us
5.
to kick it off between Aurora and
Oh,
Onyx
today
Philippines.
games are long,
Last season's grand finalists.
Yesterday it was best of 5.
What will change this time around?
That's all
And jump to the draft. I
Yo,
think we're
spiky,
going to have a little bit of
spiky.
help here too through this, but right now you can
What's
see
up?
bands coming out, by the way.
Guys,
Bands are
start
coming out.
liking and
Renmar, how's it
subscribing.
looking here?
All right.
You're
we did
voting,
mention the
man.
Badang popping up, and it pops up as a
Everyone
ban
is just.
because
Bro,
Badang
I put
frequently showed up as the
Aurora
first two picks
top
on
because
the
you
red
know I
side.
thought people will click
was
Aurora,
taking
but
away two
dude,
main
everyone is
comforts of
clicking
Onyx,
on
which
it.
is the low EV Super Friends.
Yeah,
and the
they are like
King Kong, while
undefeated,
Onyx is
bro.
doing
They're
their
gonna.
due diligence, but taking away the Matilda and of
I
course
don't
making
know.
sure that Demon Kite doesn't end up
Man,
with a
yeah,
family.
we
But
lost,
yeah,
bro.
I
The
think,
fuck. Yesterday, you
Briggy,
saw
we need
yesterday,
help here.
TNC.
Comparison that leaves Kalea open.
My God,
Not even
my
a high,
goat,
Rick.
man.
Come on.
Yavi,
Yeah,
my
he didn't
goat
even say
lost.
hi. She was just like, I'm gonna go straight to doing my job.
Hey, but okay, fine. Because
At least say hi to the Brigadudes. Come on.
no.
There we go. There you
So
go.
Redmar and
Nah,
everyone
dude,
watching.
Edward is a
Thank you,
good
Brigadude.
player.
It's
Renny
right
J.
now.
All right.
Kite.
So what's your prediction here for the first pick?
Yeah, the Kalea is there too.
Demon Kite and
but I believe the
Demon
Jushin
Kite.
has also appeared in some
Doming
cases as
Kite.
the first pick. for
Wait, they,
certain
dude, they have a
teams.
good lineup.
And however,
Aurora.
Aurora does have a
It's
tendency to
Aurora. I thought it's Aurora.
And there you go.
It is
They
Kyrie.
go for the
Kyrie's
Jushin.
in Indo,
Yeah,
bro. What the
that's
fuck?
another pick that we
Amer-
mentioned, but if I'm not mistaken,
The
the
fuck,
chip
brother?
is not as successful as Aurora would want it to be in their hands.
Kyrie
Highly
is in,
punishable, which
Onyx
means Onyx
ID.
are looking at potentially locking in a Lucas.
was in PH
maybe
before.
the third pick.
Did they go Baksha in the first swing or no?
I think Baksha should be banned.
I wouldn't knock
Yeah, they're
it.
gonna pick it.
I like the Baksha, but I think to be safe, they might want to consider taking the Phobius
Yeah.
or the Hilda.
Yeah,
Focus Hilda.
and this is Aurora, by the way.
Nah,
Yesterday we've seen instances
nah,
of
I
teams
think
just
these days,
introducing other picks to
draft
round
is
out
tilting
lineups,
towards the
including
Baksha pick.
Yeah.
There were teams with
I think they're gonna go for Baksha.
stuff like the X-Borg and all that, but it's very likely for Aurora, considering that this is Demon Kite. He's the guy who stick with the Suyo even after the patch happened.
Yeah, he's also just one of the formidable players that brought out the.
Yeah, dude, he did.
Wow, they go
Whoa!
1-1 with the Kalea.
Whoa,
All
whoa,
right.
Kayla!
It seems like Kelra has enrolled in the school of
Yeah, we lost,
Medicute
man.
and
Yeah, he's
Medicute,
out,
how
man.
to play 1-1.
He didn't got his show in
And
last
they lock
match.
it in. That's the first two
He
picks
got his
locked
Franco and
instantly. And of course they get the
It was a
Kalea.
bad match,
I
but
think
it's alright.
You pick up the juice, and now if you're Aurora or maybe something a little bit burstier for the mid, you
I mean, they should go
definitely
for
pick up,
Baksha now.
Comfort for Edward.
There's a Phobius.
Phobius and excuse me, a Demon Kite pick has to show up here.
Phobius
too.
is also a good pick against 1-1. Still.
A lot
Okay.
of Aurora has to consider, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot here, and interesting. Again, you're building around the fact that you have this chip that you can utilize. We saw a lot of good usage of the chip, but also just kind of throwing the chip towards enemy team can also cause havoc to you, and you lose those team fights pretty easily. But hold on, that's the Fredrin going to be
Granger.
locked in with the Granger here.
Yeah, so I like this because Onyx, I think this is them picking up the 1-1 in the first two picks sort of showed that a part of us kind of expected the
Are they
Fredrin
gonna
is coming
secure a
out.
jungle for
Because
the
1-1's great for
King
those
Kong
slow
here?
front-to-back style of team fighting, while Aurora, I like their first three picks. You have the surprise factor, the sudden entry, easy access for a Fredrin
Yeah.
to go in, while you also have
Suyu.
strong range damage. for the
97
Granger.
time
Very
picks,
balanced
what
first
the
three
fuck?
picks for Aurora.
Yeah, and
Sheesh.
Onyx right now, they can definitely
53
take
win
out
rate, what the
some
fuck?
other heroes, particularly mid lane heroes, which could pose as a
Oh,
problem.
banning phase.
Considering that they have the 1-1 in their hands.
They want
Yesterday,
to ban
we did
mages.
see how the Farsa has
And-
responded pretty well to these kinds of instances. It's not just the mid lane heroes too that they're considering right now.
Yeah.
It's also the Phobies, which we earlier mentioned, since Aurora decided to
Mages.
prioritize the Great
They're gonna
Ban.
focus on mages, right?
I think Onyx has to consider taking out the Hilda, but I remember we've talked about this before.
The Phobius is
If
gone.
Onyx aren't careful, Edward might have his hands on a Benedetta by the end of this draft, considering there's a
Oh. It's
Fredrin in your
signature
jungle, a
pick,
chip
right?
in
Pick up a little
Tyrone.
damage.
Benny.
Get some good damage in there, you need that.
Yeah, and if they really wanted to, I don't know if
They're
they,
quite
if they
tanky
actually
also,
would, but
actually, with the chip
maybe
and
even to the extent of an Edith. Like
Fred.
he's one of the players that can also play an Edith there in the XP laner, but Benedetta would be great. Just go
Badang.
for that damage. You can see here too just how successful we've seen the Kalea in the hands of Brusco. You know, he's played it 6
Are they
times,
gonna ban the-
83% win rate. You always got to remember the way that teams have adjusted to the Kalea for the most part
Valentina?
is usually at least one Purify or double Purify that they can work around with.
Okay, that was a quick response though.
Bro, nobody
From
picked
Onyx
the
to
fucking
That
lead
was.
immediately after the Valentina ban by Aurora.
No Naruto pick?
So they take out the
I thought he's
Pharaoh, which
crazy,
is another
no?
potential response to the crossbow of Tang, which happens later on. But
I mean, early game.
definitely have to consider the picks or picks like the Hilda, which you mentioned, because those are the kinds of XP
Faram
laners which
is
might be able
gone.
to sustain things. a
Oh,
little
they're
bit
thinking
more, also
about
opt
going
for an early
glue.
winter crown if ever they want to. But I'm still open to the possibility of a damage XP lane.
Oh, they
Damage
banned
XP. What
Valentina,
else?
that's why they
Let's
banned
see.
fucking
What's the
Farmers.
last ban going to be here? Is it still going to be in the
Because-
mid lane? They've got
They
the
banned Valet
choices here are narrowed
because
down. We
Faram,
already
they
talked
wanted
about
to
how
pick
UA
Faram,
and
so
Super
that
Friends
Valet
are so versatile in that lane.
would able
I
to
think
copy
they have
him.
to ban either
I
the
think.
Farsa or the Valier, but no, they're willing to give it. They want to pick up the... Oh, well, CC's actually really great against lineups with the chip, a slower style of a Fredrin, and Onyx immediately
Shit.
picking up the Juicin. Okay, so they're not going to be going for burst. Onyx lacking burst. This is slow building up damage.
Farsa maybe?
The kill potential might
Farsa.
not come in until later.
Instead of Zuxin, they should have
Think
picked
UA plays
Weiler
Zask
here,
here?
no?
Sicilian, his favorite's still
Or
there
just
too.
Sicilian.
You know what? Why not Zask, right?
Like Zask against the Jushin, you know?
Last season,
Yeah,
and even in
that's,
the regular
it-
season,
it
in
was
season
going
14,
good.
that was the main trade. It was Juice and Zask.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
those two that we always saw going up against each
Yesterday
other.
it
We
was
saw a bit of
Jushin
it
against
yesterday, so
Zask
why
too.
not, right?
Be a good option here. Again, we'll find out.
No,
They
no.
decided to go even for that XP lane if they're going to go and lead towards some more damage.
I think
Farsa,
Farsa, I think.
combo too.
Oh, yeah.
Farsa, yeah.
You forgot about the Masha.
Masha!
Damn.
Now they should pick
The main
Argus,
problem
man.
that
Fuck it.
Onyx has is Aurora has all of it. They have all of the damage that Onyx wished they had.
It's like burst early game, and then, you know, Masha gets the late game, and then she's the burst.
Yeah.
It's like, it's me now.
Yeah, the damage profile of Aurora is really good. Strong map presence. This is going to be an incredibly tough fight for Onyx, because so far it looks like Aurora has won the draft.
Oh my goodness! If you watched yesterday's series with that chip and the Masha,
Oh, we were there.
Like, this is such a
We're there.
this is such a reminder of what
Maybe,
happened just yesterday. I mean,
I feel like it was just last night.
Yeah.
I think me and Renmar both. It's just like, yeah, I think
You
that
watched
happened
it?
last night. And I know exactly what you mean. So on
For-
the Philippines, they decided
Faramis
to
is
go and
banned
opt
too, right?
for the glue pick
Yeah.
to go ahead and bring that in the XP lane. So interesting. Final thoughts here, Renmar, on the drafts.
All right, I like
The
the
glue is
glue.
good.
It's
If glue
the
can
perfect
grab
answer
on
that you can go
Fredrin,
for with everything
it's
that Aurora has
over
brought to
for
the
him,
table if
right?
you're Onyx Philippines.
Hi, Rajan Bhai,
But
kaise
there's
ho?
something about the lineup of Aurora that just screams
So-
easier to pull off, not as hard to mess. And the damage is what scares me the most about their lineup.
Let's go.
I'll go for Aurora for this one.
Going for Aurora for that one. Again, the Champions Arena is ready for this. We get one last look at the lineups here, and that's a whole lot of big
Purity,
damn
two
for
Puries.
Aurora, as I would like to say it, plus the 2 Purifies to
Because
play
of,
against the
Bruce.
Kalea. This is going to be a tough game for Onyx Philippines. We'll see if they're able to pull it off.
Demon
Once
Kite.
again, these picks that have come through are crucial to get
Well,
your
King
foot
Kong will have an
in the right
advantage against
direction in
Fredrin.
this best of
Fredrin
5. Remember,
can't
too, that
farm
the team
fast.
that has to
Well,
deal
like
with
and
this
sub and
will go
stop
down the lower
voting and
bracket.
like
Let's
and
go over to Casters
subscribe.
to take us into game 1.
Let's go.
Trailblazers of the new era in action. Game 1 in a best of 5. Moving forward through the upper brackets is the winner. It's
buff.
Aurora versus Onyx Philippines.
Red buff.
Leo at your service here with Rockhart and Brigida bring you the action. I will echo Renmar.
Oh,
It's
he's
very
zoning
rare
the
that we
mage.
actually just
He's
agree
zoning the Farsa, bruh.
This is difficult for Onyx to
Oh,
execute.
this
You
is
know
like a
them.
good matchup, bruh.
yeah. Like looking at the
Oh.
lineup itself, there are several counters
What
that
happened
are
to
already
Brusco, brother?
pretty much
Oh,
ready to
nice
go
flicker.
on. Okay, that was close for Brusco. Going back, it's
Damn.
not just the Kalea that can
Two flicker
potentially be
burned
knocked out by
already.
the Purify that's in Aurora's
Damn.
hands, right? It's also the stacks that could come in from
Oh,
Kelra later
it's a
on.
good
Like,
thing,
he
you
gets
know,
to at
Chip
least
can
land
regen.
2 and just black 1.
He's just wasting
The
their,
moment he
you know,
either you or Chip
spells.
decides to pop the
Healing.
Purify, then that'll almost
Oh.
register the entire effort's useless.
I really love that you mentioned Kelra because as much as I
Yeah, this
really
Masha
do
will be a
agree,
problem. Whoa, first
hold on,
blood?
Bob, though,
Maybe?
that Renegade
Yep.
might be in trouble
King
here.
Kong?
Going down first blood, no
Bruce was
ultimates
dead.
yet, no shortcut ready thing means
Kong
he's gonna go
out.
down, but Demon Kite does allow him
Nice.
to get a little bit of
Level
vengeance, get
4.
some of that gold back in.
King Kong level 3.
Well, that was
Damn.
interesting. I
What?
mean, it's Onyx who we've been constantly talking about as a team who might be potentially lacking in terms of early game damage or even kill potential in general, but
Level 4
they just
King
really
Kong.
went in aggressively, trying to invade even a Fredrin jungler.
As I was about to say earlier, I feel like, yeah, I mean, I love the
Should be
Aurora
calling
lineup, but you
already.
look at
With
the...
the mana?
When you think about
Nah.
Kelra, and you think about the Wan, what do you
Full
remember,
HP
right?
though.
Like, you remember that insane 1v4 maniac play that he did on his own a few years back, and you think, you know what?
Bro, Edward is
guy's
gonna jump
scary.
on 1-1.
That's right.
1-1 is in
the
a
summer of
bad
2022,
place here.
This was one of Kelra's main flames.
let's
He
go.
won one.
Aurora is a better lineup here, man.
The Filipino Savages. He would play forward in your face.
Alright.
Now Super Prince
Dash.
starting with the Crimson Beacon.
Oh,
First turn.
joy.
Oh,
Green
look
man.
at that! Beautiful gaze here coming in from Kirk. but will be slowed down a little bit.
Okay.
Brusco can't really do anything yet. Doesn't have
God.
the
No retry.
Tsunami Slam.
He's too far,
King Kong
man.
will be getting that turtle, and they could
Blue
get
is
a bit
annoying,
of an edge here on the
dude.
coming fight, but
Sheesh.
looks like Aurora can decide to disengage.
Rockhard, you don't even need it. Onyx brute forced their way into scoring that first objective.
Yep, Kirk did a great job in
Oh.
managing Edward from
The
getting
small
out of
one
his
is
lane.
gone.
It's not just that. It's also
They're
the way
looking for
on
red?
the Philippines were able to immediately force out the Purify from US. So
Maybe,
he barely
yeah,
could
they
position
are
himself
looking
in a
for
spot
red.
that would guarantee space for Aurora.
This is better
Even
though.
Kai,
This time Tsunami
half
Slam is
HP.
on, and here we go with the
And
pincer here coming in
dead.
from Edward and Renegade. They're
Nice.
basically tanks though. Edward's good damage.
Oh, they're
Usually
going for
on
King
Masha.
Kong.
Here comes the shortcut.
King Kong
They're
dead.
diving in on King Kong, and King Kong gets taken down.
The Sigma
Oh,
King
Super Prince is low.
falls. Now Super
Dead.
Prince falling back.
Dead.
Boy, great follow-up from Aurora.
Nice.
Super Prince trying to get
Blue
some
gone.
of that HP back,
King
but
Kong
no go.
back
There's gonna be
in
a lot
1
of
second.
bodies in
Yeah,
the
he's-
bow
he's
here
back,
for
he's back.
Onyx.
And they basically
They might
showed
get
us
it,
this
bro.
is
They
how
might
you
get it.
punish others. Oh, wait. There's
No, they
another
got it.
Engage coming in from Onyx.
Demon Kite
Are
got
they
it.
gonna commit? This is Demon Kite though. He's really tanky.
Whoa.
He comes to catch up.
Edward.
Taken.
Wow.
Brusco out of range
One
here
foot
with
edge.
you as feathered airstrike. Edward
bro.
is a huge threat on
Yeah,
the
this
front.
game-
Look at this guy going 1v1 on
Bro,
Kurt
Aurora has
here.
a better lineup. I see.
If there's anything we're going to learn about that first turtle fight, is Onyx can only re-engage
Right, King Kong is
when
6
it's
and Demon
time.
Kite is 6.
So Onyx time, that's what they're going off of, this very single-minded lineup. They can barrel through you, but only when they're ready. If Aurora comes in and says, no, you're not ready, we'll flank
Bro,
you,
my favorite
it's
team,
over.
I think this is one
TLID.
of the main pointers we had in the keys to victory earlier. It's that Aurora can potentially capitalize
TL.
on all these
Team Liquid.
overextended plays that Onyx may potentially
TL
commit in the
PH.
game, and we've seen a couple of them even in early as just 4 minutes of this game. So this is something that Onyx probably has to take
Sheesh,
into
man.
consideration because they
I think Aurora has the advantage on this turtle
yes,
also.
but Aurora has the tools to actually
Yeah.
punish them successfully.
How about Turtle 2?
Yeah.
Onyx having to go at it. once
Kelra,
more. King Kong
Kelra,
spotted
quite
him.
low. I'm back.
Brusco to the scene. How ready to get back
King
there?
Kong
Oh
dead.
my goodness, Renegade
Already
out
dead.
of nowhere here.
Quite low.
Getting another kill for Edward. This time around, King
Dead.
Kong is gone. No more turtle retribution
flicker out.
available here. Shortcut is
Alright.
still active. They could go back if they want to.
Edward
They could also bring Kirk
Kirk
maybe,
dead.
but looks like that's not going to be a thing. They're going to just whittle them down
flicker out.
slowly, force a flicker out, and then just keep the fight going.
Why walk?
Why
That's how he
walk?
got there. Why walk? And Onyx did not check that portal.
Yep, there are some crazy back and forths that are happening right now.
Oh, they could have-
Dominkite didn't even
Bro,
need
they're
to join
dominating
the
so
fight
hard they
because
could have,
Aurora
you know,
had the necessary
invaded that
damage.
fucking
Or
blue
just
also.
even their mere
I think they're
presence
going
and
for red.
dominance on zoning out Onyx Philippines away from potentially contesting that turtle.
Oh,
that's the first of
red tree.
Oh my goodness, I thought
they
the
are
contested
gonna
match was
contest
actually
for
gonna get
this
away
red, I
from
think.
him.
How tragic would that
Nah.
be?
That would be so...
A singular chip in the face of two members of Onyx with the retribution on cooldown. That
Tower
would,
is
that
more
would
than
not
enough,
fly.
I guess.
Which is normally, you know what, it's not a
There's
big
also
threat, but then if you
quarterfinals,
are trying to force
IPL
off
matches.
that
I don't watch
retribution
IPL that much.
coming in from your enemy jungler, that's already big. And Renegade,
This
he's
is
been
fun.
doing this non-stop every single time he's on the chip.
Yeah,
I like
major,
how you mentioned that.
major flinch. That's a power
Moment
play,
Kite is
alright?
having
If there's anything
fun
that Onyx
against
can
Moore.
rely on in the face of this 4,000 gold lead Aurora's approaching is the fact that Kelra hasn't joined any fights yet.
And two
The
assists
fact
also.
that the chip has the shortcut means Dominkite has been an active part
Another
of
tower.
all of Aurora's assaults.
Yo!
We're waiting for Kelra to get online.
Yeah.
Crazy team fights, yeah?
There was just this one
I think they're
moment which
pressuring mid.
happened just now that Dominkite
they won't
indeed
able
did
to get
not
it, bro.
decide to join, but it seems like it is indeed time
Another
for
objective
Kelra,
in
or
50 seconds.
Unfortunately, he might just be even forced
Oh,
to join in
they're
on
not gonna
what
fight.
Onyx is trying to
I
do
think
from this point onwards, because
Onyx is
they're
gonna
being
split
forced
push
to
now
defend
on.
so many of their turrets.
But they
I
can't.
liked how Rockhart did mention Renegade
Edward
and how
is
proactive
so
he
fed
in
right
terms
now,
of
he
using
can
the
go
chip
against King
because he
Kong.
comes in at the most
21.
unexpected timings, and Onyx Philippines
Whoa,
seems
whoa,
like they're
whoa,
struggling,
whoa,
but they
chip.
already engaged.
Yeah, that's a beautiful engagement.
Chip.
Renegade will be able
Whoa,
to still
dead.
activate the
Kirk
shortcut,
dead.
and actually
Oh,
was
he grabbed.
enough
He's
to
dead.
keep him alive, but only for a moment. Double kill for Doming though. That
Damn.
means that's gonna be stacked going into that Granger. Now Demon Kite is on the jungle.
Oh, good taunt.
They're on a bit of a pinch.
Super Friends quite low.
Edward!
Wow, flicker
Direct
out.
bullet straight into Super Friends, gonna be able to
So I'm
at
telling
least
you,
push him back.
the
But no
Masha
kills
pick is
happening
annoying.
for Aurora.
Flicker
For
forward,
Kelra, for
thunderclap.
Super Friends and for King
You know
Kong.
what? It's not even the fact
They're
that he didn't
vulnerable,
get a kill.
bro.
The fact
And-
that they
and
forced
Bruce
Onyx
can't ult
back
that shit,
all the
bro.
way is worth it.
Yeah, and it's only been 7 minutes, but just look at how they
Uh,
are constantly invading.
it's-
There's an absolute
it's
domination
over,
here.
boys.
Portal is
Kirk
active on
is
that
dead.
shortcut, and Kirk is all alone here on the front. They can't really go near, but they will be able to take out the
went
Hitman.
back.
Renegade is costing them
Well,
so much.
Renegade is
It's
dead.
not like he
They
didn't
can't even
die
contest
recently for
with
another
this
2
turtle
for 1.
also.
He respawned.
They don't
came
have
back,
Renegade, still
and
they
that
can't.
caused them more trouble.
Yeah, Onyx feels
5.3K gold
know
lead
that they
on
really have to
Aurora.
deal with Renegade, which is why they tried and attempted to take him out, but it just cost them a lot more.
Whoa, they're
especially
doing the
as
turtle,
they
man.
have to consider the other damage dealers, have to consider
flicker
Yue.
out.
There's no one essentially who could reach
Oh, they
the
are
damage dealers at this point. Both
they're
Dom and
playing
Knight
with the
and Yue are
turtle
proving
now.
to be a huge problem.
They're trying
This
to
is what you
bait.
get for a clue. You get to start things
King
front
Kong
to
is
back,
level
but
9,
ideally in
Demon
this
Kite
kind
is
of
level
scenario,
11,
because
bro.
you can't risk going too deep.
If
Aurora,
Su is
they're
gapping
the ones
against
taking control
Fredrin,
of the
it's
entire
over.
map.
They're denying Onyx main strength.
MM
You can't
Boomer
even
is in
come
team
in.
fights.
It's sadistic what Aurora's doing. You saw that last turtle.
Bro,
how they were
it's
saying,
a
look,
zone one.
turtles at neutral.
He
Alright?
need
Demon
like
Kai's not
3
even close
items
to it. King
before
Kong, come on.
participating.
If
Look,
they
look
do
at the
that-
damage,
Yeah,
bro.
if they do that, King Kong gets punished.
Super
It's a
Friends
Kirk.
already
And they're
altered,
trying to
bro.
do
Kirk
this.
is dead.
Kirk is the one trying
He's
to do
dead,
the punish,
bro.
and
He's
the
dead.
stick gonna come in. Yue
He's
is so
dead.
far away from home though. Shortcut is active
Oh, he
once
took the
more,
shortcut,
but this
though.
time around,
Nice,
looks like a
Renegade
better
dead.
engagement coming in from Onyx,
Bro,
using Dachshund
that
to
guy
isolate
took the shortcut.
Renegade.
And Kirk got away with it.
Yeah.
This is the first win
I
for
think he's
Onyx
even-
since
yeah.
that first turtle.
Yeah, the shortcut was was launched right after the Yue actually used the Use by Wings alongside Kirk with a grab, so we were able to, or Kirk was able
Damn.
to take advantage of that shortcut what was readily available, and the fact that Onyx during that team fight were able to split up or even just zone away the damage dealers, again courtesy of Kirk, they were able to take advantage of the entire scenario, punishing at least one member from Aurora, but this still doesn't change the fact that
Bro,
there exists a 6K
6.24.
gold lead in favor of Aurora.
All right.
6.2K
It's a
goal lead,
blessing
man. That's
to
too
know
much.
what's wrong. And so
And
far,
9
Onyx
minutes
has
is too
figured out
much.
if we divide and
Killer,
conquer,
welcome to the stream.
we can cut down that lead. We can get away
Like and
with
sub, guys.
free
Like and sub,
wins.
like and sub,
But
like and sub.
Aurora, they're still
If
in
you
the
want
driver's seat. Gas.
Onyx to win, like
pedal
and
to the
sub,
metal.
boys.
And look at that.
Yo,
Edward is not letting
yo,
up.
they can
Holy
do
shit,
it
they're gonna go.
if they
That's
can
right.
kill
It's like what we saw in
Edward
the
first.
game yesterday, right? Exactly.
They
what
want the
Marquise
Edward.
has been doing.
And
This month
then,
they're really starting to
bro,
get into
it's a
form.
difficult
And
match,
that match was on
honestly.
the way to a second
Demon
item
Kite is like
POV. So
20
imagine
stacks
if
on
actually
Sky
Renegade gets to look
right
for
now.
the perfect target with the shortcut,
Look at the
and then just
damage,
calls for Edward to
King
try
Kong
to
can't do
burst it
shit here,
down
bro.
with all the thunderclaps that are readily available.
They don't have a
And
back
now,
backline heroes, guys.
Onyx needs to watch out for that portal near
Honestly.
their purple buff, because Renegade might decide to come in anytime, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
It's a favored portal for Renegade. And again, how unfortunate that it's close to the Lord
Don't
too.
listen to the Nightbot,
and
Nightbot guys.
Renegade can actually do
He's
it, but
messed
he's
up.
a little far from zone here. Doesn't really have that much information. They're waiting to make a big play, essentially. They don't want to be too crazy. And maybe looking at Edward. Maybe he's waiting for the call from Edward on top.
Yeah, this is a very difficult
Yeah,
Lord
they
dance
can't-
for Onyx to partake in. They don't
They
know the
can't.
steps. They got two left.
They have to defend
They
like
know
two
that
lords and
Edward
then
There
they
he
can
is.
participate,
split
I think.
push.
Look at the
Clean
zoning,
take.
bro.
Rora scores. Nothing Onyx could do.
Farsa
That was a
zoning,
perfect
bro.
time, perfectly timed Y walk there for Renegade as well.
Was. They had to deal
I
with
told
the
you they're gonna
waves,
pick
and
Farsa.
as much as Brusco had the information, just standing there in the brush right next to the portal, there was nothing they could do because there were other things that they had to deal with. Again, the waves, and you couldn't contest an objective that was
Demon
already
Kite,
almost
XP
burst down here
level,
technically
level
by Aurora.
13.
There's
He's
the
about to hit 14,
Winter
King
Crown pickup
Kong
by
is
the way
12.
as well by Demon Kite.
Sheesh,
so you
bro.
could expect them to play this a little more
And
aggressively.
where is
because they
Renegade?
can't
Where
just
is
bait out
Won,
crossbow
bro?
attack.
Level
Yep.
12, alright.
The way that Demon Kite is building this Fredrin, again, he's very comfortable with the
Fred
hero.
is 14.
Not just because the resurgence of
Two level gap.
junglers is he having to play this.
2 level
He's
gap,
used
guys.
to the old
Dekh lo.
Fredrin. About 2 years he had to play the Fredrin to stay on top of MLBB sports. He's building it very efficiently. Antikiras, Rainy
Oh,
Armor,
it's
and then the
his
aforementioned
signature
Winter Crown. Like,
pick, I
literally,
think.
He is just a wall.
I mean, they're saying it.
Walking brick house.
Yo,
Yeah,
Madala.
he has to be the
What's
wall
up,
for
brother?
Aurora at this point because Edward is literally going for damage here.
Bro,
Or
this-
so
this
far he's
chip
going
is,
for damage
keeping.
items. And Renegade, he picked up the fleeting time.
Oh.
And now they might actually look for another kill.
That's a very early feathered airstrike here activated by Yue, forcing back on it inside the base. Go Turtle for the meantime, although we have a Lord. They're doing the big defense. And it's really hard to actually get near.
It's
but
already
at the same
12
time,
minutes,
Roar
so
can't really
shield
touch
is
these
gone.
turrets too much as well.
They have to look
because
at
of
the
friend
every
of the
lane.
Kalea.
Yeah, how unfortunate is it that we went past 12 minutes by the time the waves were in sync and approaching their base turrets. It was very fortunate for Onyx that they didn't lose a single base turret. But that was enough for Aurora to deal damage to almost all of them. And now,
Whoa, good catch.
Oh, this could be big
Oh,
here.
he's gonna
Managing
open up
and
the
pull
portal.
back in. Shortcut is active, but he will
Oh,
go down.
one,
There
one,
goes
no damage.
Keller with a crossbow
Nothing.
tang. But Kirk, their big front
One,
line,
one.
is now out of commission.
2 for
They're gonna
1.
have to back off here.
2
Damn.
for 1. Again, the Hitman capable of
Oh, look at the
buying
demon
so
guy
much
taking
away from
damage,
the
bro.
Uber
Whoa,
Mammoth.
whoa, Kelra, go!
Winter Crown!
Oh my goodness, that wind
Winter
chant
Crown?
was
Wind
right
chant,
on
bro.
time.
What
1
the fuck?
second less, and that could have been
He
it.
said Winter
We'll
Crown.
stay alive for the meantime, though, and will still allow Onyx to clear.
Oh,
There's
look
like
at the
coming
damage.
from UA, but they're just
How it is
zoning out Onyx. They don't want to
So
go
they are
away
utilizing
without
far
using
subbing
a
is
single
so
base
well.
turret from Onyx, and there's 30
Sheesh.
seconds before the next objective, but it's just looking very rough for Onyx, considering that even when Keller was able to dish out the crossbow of Tang earlier,
They
and
need to
despite the
kill
presence of the
Renegade
promotion side with Talker and
so
the Haswell,
quickly.
he barely
I mean,
felt
they
the
need to
damage
bust down that
towards
hero
the members
so that
of
he
Aurora.
cannot open a
Between
portal.
the three
The
items,
portal
4
are
that
messed
Keller
up.
has, I'm guessing it's all
Before he's
utility
dying,
now. Like
Yeah.
steal,
he's able to
the
get the
attack
portal.
speed, the extra farm with the
He's able to click on his
Windtalker,
alt and it's just,
with
you
the
know,
nature,
at that point,
penetration.
Onyx has
invest in
go back.
Malefic
Demon
Roar.
Hunter Sword.
Yeah.
Alright, look at the
They
top
should-
lane.
this was a build that
Masha and
TT2
Von is in
decided
the
to
top
offer
lane and
yesterday
they're
when they were
doing
way
the
behind
Lord.
up
Let's see.
against
Bro,
P
still
Falcons. So this
King
is
Kong is
exactly
level
what's happening to
14.
Onyx
He
right
can
now, so
steal
we
this
definitely
Lord
see
with
the
the,
need
you
for
know,
them to wait a little more. There's no
I
scoping
said
up the fleet
they're
anymore,
not
but I
even
don't think they'll be able to
contesting
go
this
for
one.
any
But he can
setups
like
and
steal with
attempts
the
for now. Just look at how Aurora's
CHOU have a
managing
good
the
damage.
macro so well through Edward.
you can steal
Here's
Lords
what's
and
worse.
objective from
Onyx
CHOU,
lineup
like,
isn't even really built to deal with waves. I'd put their wave clear.
I think
on a
King
scale
Kong
of
is
1 to
about
10,
to
like
hit
a 6.5.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they also know
I
this,
told you,
right? That's why
two
they're
Lord,
not
they have to
trying
defend
too
2 Lords.
hard to go for the contest on that Lord.
And I think they're gonna lose
Oh
the top
God,
lane or
Lord
bottom.
inside the
Top lane, I
base.
think.
What a
Yeah, they're gonna lose the top
synchronized
lane.
push by Aurora!
This is a huge push.
Nah,
There's
nah,
just no way
they're
that you
not
can deal
gonna
with
end.
all of this.
They're not gonna
Everyone
end.
is clumped together with a big feathered
Ooh.
airstrike from Yue, and that's gonna be it for game number 1. It's
Bro, I
gonna be
thought they will
Aurora.
defend
Take
it.
him out.
The defending champions seem to still have some thoughts about yesterday, and this did feel like a game that they were all in
Oh,
on.
it was one-sided, bro.
They came from 2 different sides.
1-1 can
and
be a
they
game
made
changer.
it work.
Nah,
A shortcut
he
on
needs
the
to
other
like
side.
jump on a
And that
perfect
feathered
target.
airstrike was
But
perfect.
then Granger have,
Check in with
you know,
nice
Wind of
Red
Nature
Bar
and
to
Farsa
break
as
down
the
game number
freeze.
1.
So 1-1 is not a great pick here.
Man, oh man. That's all I can
They
say.
didn't
What
even
a
give
game
them
number
a
1.
chance, bro.
I knew it was going to be heated, man, but Roar
The
came
chip
out
jumped
swinging.
on the King
Yeah,
Kong
I
and,
mean,
you know,
Leo and I,
it was
we
over
felt
before
the
it
same way.
started.
We were just like, dude, this never.
Let's play some Brawl. You guys wanna watch this? We'll play Brawl, bro. Brawl. Let's play Brawl. I mean, they never got a chance, brother. They never had a chance. The Fredrin was so fat. I mean, bruh, you know what I'm saying, bruh. It was over. Let me connect my phone, brother. Oh, yeah, connect touch. That was GG's. Give me a second. Oh, my phone is not connecting. You know what? I'll connect to the other one today. This one. This one will connect. Right? Just. Alright. You wanna watch do you wanna watch, guys? Tell me. Easy game. Yeah, it's alright. It's Onyx. They can bounce back. I'm pretty much sure. What message deleted by me? What the fuck? I didn't delete check shit, bro. What happened? Why it's so bright there? It's raining here. Bro, it's Rajasthan. It never rains here. What the fuck? Kyrie was not there. Bro, Kyrie is not. कैसे ऑफ करते हैं इसको? भूल गया. I think let me turn it off. Turn it off. I forgot. Settings. Accessibility. And touch. Okay. I mean, guys, it's alright. Just the first game. My name is Dim Ming. Come on, good morning. Let's pray a brawl so that next match will be up. Watch fest. What? Come show anyone. Nah, man, I'm noob. I'm noob for this shit, bro. Alright.
Regen, anything, lifesteal was so inconsequential in the big picture here for Aurora. Again, with just how solid Demon Kite was on that Fredrin. He rushed the anti-Karas. Alright, you're already answering the damage of the Suyo. You then build into the Radiant Armor. Okay, you already answered the damage brought out by the Glue and the Juicin. It's like, after that, what are you going to do? Turtle for the entire game to hope that Kelra can get even more items, but at that point, Aurora just would not leave Onyx jungle. There was no farm for Kelra to get.
Yeah, there wasn't, you know, and you can see the carry there too. He did 62,000 damage. He did more damage, or let's say 3 members combined from Onyx Philippines. That's just how much damage that a Farsa can do, especially when you don't have to worry too much, right? Because you do have the mobility that comes with the Wings Wide Wings, but also
Chip is the
you got that early damage from the Farsa, but then later on you got this airstrike as much as you want, and that's why during the cast they mentioned even, hey, that was pretty early feathered airstrike. Well, he could have just been happy on the trigger with that. So this is our BPI Rich Guy. Of course, it's Domain Kite, an insane 917 GPM. Again, this was a rather quicker game and very dominant for Aurora, so you have these kind of numbers, and Domain Kite has been able to do this in a lot of situations, and that's why we talk about the Kite brothers so much. But Renmar, I know you're going to break this down a little more. Go ahead and take us through this one.
So, I haven't done this in a while. I'm very happy to be back in front of a TV screen, you know, just telling you analysis. It's like a huge throwback for me. Alright.
Yo, I got the Selena, guys. Sheesh. Bro, it will take time.
Life is a stage, and I am the dancer.
Alright. Sheesh. I've been practicing Selena, guys. Now wait for it. The godly Selena is here. Hi, Mr. Betray and Sujit भाई क्या हाल चाल है भाई के क्या हो गया भाई? What happened to Onyx, man? I thought Onyx is like unbeatable. मैंने ही नजर लगा दी क्या आज? भाई कितनी रोशनी है रे?
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Bro. Oh. My Sky Pierce. I have to die.
Life is too short not to dance.
Yo, super fans, is that
Trust your gut for every move you make. When life hands you lemons, dance your way out. Killing spree.
Oh my god! Sheesh. Whoa, he dashed in the same direction, bro. Hey, what is this blue crown thingy? It's a new feature. YouTube new feature. It's in the beta testing right now. It's nothing like, you know, for you guys every like, you know, how much you're active on my. Come on, level damage. I got the kill? No, I didn't. Can you give me skin? I can't, sorry. Oh, I want Naruto skin. I don't have a single Naruto skin. Whoa! Bro, everyone got like Sky Pierce award. Oh my god, he was sitting there. Ah! Almost. Hi, Dimensional Walker, what's up, buddy? Guys, do like and sub, please. Damn. my god.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Dance is a conversation.
They're asking to end it. Let's rank Faith. I'm watching MPL today.
A little bit less sanity.
There was a good start. Nice! Too easy, boy. Too easy. Kitna start hua yaar?
Victory!
Alright. Next draft is about to start, guys. Let's see. Let's see.
You know, but I think either or, when you look at both of these roamers, I mentioned this with Brusco yesterday. I was like, he kind of reminds me of Hulk. Like, he gets, he takes a lot of damage, he might have a lot of deaths, but then you won't like him when he's angry. You know, then also he's making plays. I feel like Renegade is almost the same way. Like, the Hitman, he just kind of locks in. He obviously also, like you pointed it out during the breakdown there with the Telestrator, that one of the most unique hero picks that this team has is from Renegade. It was the Estes. It is very, you know, it's a signature hero, if you guys know what I mean, for this draft. But that's the thing, you have that versatility for Renegade, you have that versatility for Brusco as well, and they bring it to the playstyle of the teams. Now, looking back at game one, Aurora was so dominant because I just feel like they've taken that flexibility of their draft, and they've refined all their lanes to an essence of...
Oh, it's gonna pause because it was on 2x, so chill out. Do you know who is
we're so confident in our own laning capabilities, but the rotations, the timing, the being able to follow the shot calls, because we've heard it in the mic checks all throughout the season, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these teams that, especially the top four right now, their comms are so clean. I know for our international viewers, sometimes it's all, you know, Filipino, and they might not be able to understand it, but relatively well, it's very clean comms, and they're able to go ahead and secure wins that way. So, again, game two upon us. Aurora dominating in game one.
Go.
Will Onyx Philippines be able to go ahead and lock
Draft.
it and even out
Draft.
the
I really like the draft.
That's what we're going to find out. And
because,
once again, as we jump
you know,
to the draft here,
if there is a good caster, he can like break down the draft really nicely.
I don't know if you can you hear us, Brigida?
Yes, and I will
Brigida,
say
she's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
There you go.
Gavi's girlfriend, right? Or wife, I don't know.
Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this. Where?
Anytime, all day, this day.
Oh, well, and if there's one thing I'd request, I hope I get to hear Nice's favorite tune later on.
Oh, you want to hear my favorite movie?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, for later.
Oh, okay.
All right, Kalea right away, of course. For
Kalea going.
Renegade. I think this
Chip
will
ban,
significantly change
but I'm gone.
how the game is played for Aurora this time
Baksha
around.
is gone.
Well, Onyx immediately just
Whoa.
the buff and the Jushin.
Baksha and Zushin.
Baksha
Early pick.
immediately appears for Onyx Philippines, and there are still other options
Let's see.
in the jungle for Demon
They can get... Oh, Naruto is open, guys.
As well, but I feel like it's gonna be quite difficult.
Yo, Naruto. Lucas.
You look at the first two picks so far.
Lucas.
Especially with the mere presence of
Bro, Lucas.
Yeah.
already in their
Demon Guide, Lucas.
I'd like
I
you know,
want
we
to see
don't
a
know
Lucas
just yet
gameplay, man.
if
Lucas is
the box
quite
is gonna
open
go,
these days.
oh,
Fred again.
Imagine this. It's
Parsa
actually the hands of
again.
King Kong, and then we have a Fred and Baksha jungle showdown.
Yeah, we do. That's what we get.
Is that what we're getting?
Bro.
There's a Fredrin Bowser showdown. Bro,
I think this
swear,
game...
I swear. We've We've
they're gonna
come
pick
back the long way around.
But
I think
what if it's
it's a
flex in
Lucas
the
gameplay.
XP?
Wait
What
for it.
if? That's
Lucas.
the only.
Yo,
That's
Bruce
the
could pick
only
Lucas.
variant. Or what about Rome?
Come on, man.
Well,
Yeah, it could be.
We could just say like,
Lucas.
yeah, let's just go ahead with that. It's
No
gonna be
Hanzo,
Fred and
no
Baksha.
Lucas,
Like
right?
that
I don't
is
know. Like,
literally going.
I think
way
they're gonna
back.
pick Lucas this time.
we
Lucas
will
can
probably
buzz
get,
down
like,
the
one
Fred early game.
or some sort of answer based on whatever Onyx gonna pick in this slot, unless they go for a gold lane
They leave us in suspense.
and then leave us in suspense.
Haya?
And they actually
One
go
again?
gold lane.
Sheesh.
That's playing to the advantage. That's
It is
flexibility.
Anna.
That's
Anna is at
adaptability. That's what they've done. They locked in the 1-1 once again. What do you think though? What do you guys think about the Kelra's
They
performance
banned
on the 1-1? Why was he not able to really
They're banning
utilize it
Granger.
like what we saw from Benny Cutie yesterday?
He was literally throwing needles at a wall.
That's true.
I think
a
Moscow
big
is coming out.
muscly wall named Fredrin.
Yeah.
There's only so much damage output that you can do. And again, they didn't have burst.
Or
Onyx's
is it the-
insistence here of pairing up the 1-1 and
CC is
Juicing
gone.
together. I mean, it's not the worst combo in the world, but you're already up against a Farsa and Fredrin. They're picking these in game number 1. They picked the 1-1 knowing that the Farsa and Fredrin is open. Now in this game number 2, they picked the 1-1 after the Farsa and Fredrin. It's I feel like they're banging their heads against the wall here, but I don't know. Maybe maybe they'll find damage elsewhere.
Yeah, probably the EXP.
I think
already
Lucas is
on
gonna
the
get
bot,
picked.
which is probably
I think-
the
I think-
next
I think-
closest
I
they
think-
can consider in the current
I think-
options
Bro, they
to
need
make
damage.
this
They were lacking
work.
damage last game.
Because we do suggest that the potential of a
But that
damage
Kayla
escalator
pick is annoying.
out there, and they do have the backshot, which has a potential to go into the jungle, so there's a chance. that
Beatrix is gone.
But
Moscow is coming.
for Kirk, right? Like, what?
Oh,
options
Matilda is
are
open
there?
Just goes Edith.
Yeah.
Maybe Edith. That's something that Kirk likes to pick up.
Yeah, if you guys need damage, Edith might be the best bet here. Hilda might struggle. So you usually pick the box
Matilda
with
is
the
gone,
EXP
actually.
if you want to disrupt an assassin jungle. Since you're up against a tanky jungle, putting the box
Oh,
with the
Valentina
EXP is a
is
bit of a shoot you.
Oh,
can
now
actually
I
go for
understood
Hanzo
the
Brusco
draft,
into
the
Rome.
recap.
But,
Oh, that's the
Kalea
recap
was
from
locked
the
up.
last
Might
and
be okay, so
oh,
that's
okay. Fuck
that is what we might
Yeah.
see. If we want to go throwback, we saw King
I think
Kong
Baksha
last
is
yesterday.
jungler.
What if
No,
we see
no,
a
no, no, no,
classic
no, no,
Lance
no,
Fred
no,
battle,
no, no,
which,
no, no, no,
although
no.
historically
Baksha XP
never
laning.
went well for the Lance.
XP laner,
That's
I
why
think.
Fred was dominated the meta for a long time.
Kayla pick,
Other
yeah.
XP laners, though.
Yo,
that have been
he
popping up
knows.
against
They
the
fucked up. He
Joker,
knows.
the
He
likes
knows.
of
Onyx is.
Charisma,
This is over for Onyx.
directly answering back.
They're out.
But I don't
man.
think Onyx is gonna be
Aurora
opting
picking
for that,
Erythr.
especially
I think
in a
Moscow.
situation where they definitely need
They're
to
gonna pick a
show
tanky
us a
hero.
bit
They
more
want to
of their
go
damage,
Moscow.
like what happened in game number 1. They definitely wouldn't want the same exact scenario to happen again.
We'll see how they decide to go with this.
Oh, Angela ban.
Now for the second
Oh, that's a good ban.
phase.
That's a good ban.
This
Yeah,
is gonna be
if
a
Angela
telling
was
sign, I feel
open,
like,
then
because
Baksha
it's
would have
gonna
been.
be that it shows if where this Baksha is going to be going. Maybe they pick up the XP laner here too if they decide not to put Baksha in the XP lane. Again, this is Kirk,
no,
who
only
does
one.
have a pretty good hero
Phobios.
pool, and it's going to be
Hyper
Phobios.
hai
We kind
Baksha.
of forgot that the Phobios was open.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's
Huh.
see.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is why though.
Why though?
Don't be कर सकता है
You don't
Baksha.
see a lot of dashes.
I don't
Are
think
you
they're gonna
thinking
put
it might be a
Baksha in
Harris
Rome.
on the side of Aurora?
Jungle.
Like, does it just deny the focus into the 1-1? Because like there's been others.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
अगर Angela open
okay.
रहती, they would have put
Interesting
I
choice.
think
Not the choice I
Baksha on.
expected. Although I'm still
jungle.
leaning towards the idea that we might be seeing a good old Baksha Fred jungle matchup. instead
I
of
think
a
they have
Baksha in
enough
the
damage.
roam.
If
I
they
hope
pick
we see it,
Gato
man.
Gacha
I
at
hope
the
it
end,
is. Like,
that
if
will
I
be
have
good.
a,
Because Gato Gacha can jump on Farsa. You can say,
Checklist for this
whoa,
playoffs,
whoa,
please.
whoa,
Baksha,
Kyrie,
Fredrin, Bradley,
Kyrie,
Game.
bro.
But the
Baksha
carry
is not
there
jungle, bro.
Answers so much
Bro,
Yep.
of Onyx Philippines lineup so far.
Xbox?
And I heard the Lucas.
Oh, Lucas.
I heard.
I told you, man, Lucas is coming.
So with the
Lucas jungle
Where's
XP,
the
XP, XP.
Lucas XP, yeah, it has to be.
Right.
Haya?
Right?
Okay, okay.
Let's see.
Does a Lucas do well against the Phobius?
Haya.
I mean,
Haya.
not really. Phobius.
They can go higher,
eventually
of course. They can go higher
Phobius
here.
is just the guy. Yeah, it's just the guy. But the thing is, Yeah.
Bro,
get,
they should
a
have
lot of
picked
damage.
Lucas.
They supplement. Again, there's another lineup that just supplements the carry and the Farsa together.
Yeah.
Dominguez and Yue are going to
No,
have a
yeah, I think they
happy-
should pick
happy
like a
game this
backline
time
assassin
around.
hero
Again.
for like Ling.
Brusco hero or King
Lancelot.
Kong?
I told you guys. I told you. Pakshi is going fucking.
Oh man, it goes with
Drum.
Lancelot. Again, so yeah,
They,
Brusco on the wrong
what are you
box.
talking
That
about?
is
Alpha
solid
against a
doing.
carry?
We
Dude,
saw
what
when he
the
was
fuck?
picked up yesterday, man.
They need a
Game
backline
5.
hero.
We saw
Hayal,
how
Ling, or
rocking it was,
Lancelot.
and it was the quickest game of the series.
Yep.
So are they looking to
Let's
emulate
go.
that, bring it in here for game 2,
yeah,
and make it a
two
quick
Leaf
one to even out
Villagers
the series
in
for Onyx
Aurora.
Philippines?
Let's
Last
see.
quick thoughts here, Redmar, on the lineups.
Lancelot against a Lucas, Fredrin, Kalea. All I could say to King Kong is good luck.
Good luck. I'm thinking the same thing here.
I told you,
Once
man.
again,
I told you.
getting
He's
wins
not.
here
Bakshi is
in
not
Kansas
going jungle
Arena for
anymore.
the lineups. You can see what they're rocking with. A whole lot of flickers, whole lot of
my God.
athleticism for Aurora.
4 flickers.
It was indeed a Lucas.
One
It
Fury.
was, yep. Hey, let's go ahead and throw it over to the caster desk to go ahead and take us into game
Let's
2.
go. Game 2.
Theory
Game 2,
confirmed.
baby.
Remnants of yesterday's series still haunt Onyx Philippines as King Kong once again brings it to the land of dawn.
Game 2, baby.
And Lancelot in the jungle. Welcome to game number 2. First on the board is Aurora. Onyx yet to score.
Yep. By the way, fun fact, I think King Kong got the highest GPM yesterday, right? And that was on the Lancelot. But I really agree with what Renmar just mentioned, that it's gonna be hard pulling up the Lancelot this time considering Aurora's lineup.
Yeah, I really love that throwback as well to the era where Lancelot and Frederick
thought Farsa was winning.
they just met. And then
Nah.
at that time, right
Farsa
after,
is like quite
people
low.
realized it's really
Bakshi is
strong.
coming too.
You know what, Carl? You're throwing back to a
Oh,
time
look
when
at that.
Fredrin was new to
Oh,
the
they
game.
both.
and
Oh,
this is what,
Fredrin
early
went
season
fucking
10?
X-Lane.
But
What the
let's
fuck?
throw back to about 2 or 3
Shush.
weeks ago, maybe a month, when in the XP
But they
lane,
both are doing the
Fredrin
same
was
thing
played
on the
by
jungle.
BTR's Luke.
King Kong
to a
took
win.
that, Demon Kite
So
took
this is
that.
not weird in the
But
current
Demon
metagame.
Kite
Like, yeah, it's
is
very
behind
exotic,
because of, I think, Lito,
but
I think.
it happens.
King Kong got
Yeah.
Lito.
It does, and I feel like it responds well.
And he got
against
the XP
lineup
buff.
of
That
Onyx,
guy
who
got,
really
got
needs to
the gold buff.
almost always close in
Sheesh.
towards the
Whoa, 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 whoa. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
This is not weird in the current metagame. Like, yeah,
Bro,
it's
कितने
very
मैच हैं
exotic,
आज total?
but it happens.
भाई होने तो 10 चाहिए.
does, and I feel like it responds
अगर
well
मतलब best of
against
5
the
है.
lineup of Onyx, who
वरना
really needs to
if they
almost
play like
always
really
close
good
in
and if they
towards
win like
Aurora's
every
lineup
3
for them
games,
to actually pull off a team fight. I mean,
then
Blue
छह
team
game
itself
हो
is
गए.
kind of mid-range, and we did mention that it can
दो
be
टीमों
quite
की है,
difficult,
दो
but for a
टीमों
team
का है,
or
मतलब ये
for
समझ लो
an
playoffs में.
idea which is just
अभी.
simply trying to stop Onyx Philippines, and I feel like it's going to be really effective, or even just catching Brusco or stopping him in his tracks.
Oh,
Oh,
Renjit.
speaking of getting stopped
Dead.
in tracks, Renegade
nice.
might be in trouble here. Forced to use a flicker to get out. Make
So
sure
no
it doesn't
flicker
die. That is a
before
huge
turtle.
resource. And very basically done here by Onyx.
Amazing dodge from
Edward.
that Phantom execution. He
Bro, I
saw
think
it
I feel like
a quarter of a
Edward
second
is
before King
forced
Kong pressed it.
Yep.
on
Fortunately,
Fredrin,
there was
I
a
think.
flicker indeed that was available, but now it feels like just because of that simple resource that Onyx Philippines knows is unavailable for Aurora, they will be the ones to try to scout the
Edward
area
got level
first.
4
But
and
Demon
Renji is
Kite
going for level
is
4.
quick to respond, and he's the one starting things up.
They're actually getting
Oh,
started
nice.
here, and they're focusing on the
Demon
Frederick.
Kite quite
Very
low.
interesting choice
Demon
here. Now they're fighting
Kite
with very low
dead.
HP bars, and King
Turtle
Kong will be able
gone.
to get that
Brusco
turtle.
survive on
bump
1
up his
HP.
teammate just a little
Edward
bit more, forcing
survives.
Aurora to disperse.
Sheesh.
Icing on the cake.
Two-
King Kong
two kills
focused
and
on
a turtle, man.
helped his
That's a big
teammates by
lead on
scoring
Onyx.
a shield, which allowed
That
them
is
to push on
1.3K
forward.
gold.
2 free kills. Big objective. Super fan
Whoa, whoa,
mode.
whoa,
And I
whoa,
feel like
whoa,
we've
whoa,
seen
Kelra,
this yesterday too.
whoa.
King Kong even on a Lancelot, just being set on taking the necessary objectives, avoiding the
Whoa,
team fights
Brusco?
early on, going for the turrets, and with the Demon
Whoa.
Slayer
They
emblem
got
in his
Brusco
emblem
killed, that's just fucking
combinations
brutal,
too,
man. He
it
was
feels
1
like they
HP.
just know that this is the way to go, especially if they want to avoid the struggles or the challenges they'll probably face up against lineup of Aurora if they decide to fight
Demon
them
Kite
head
level
on.
5,
That is
King
Throwback
Kong level
Thursday.
6.
It
And
was
that is
called Demon Hunter. Now it's
brutal, man.
Season Hunter.
That is
It's the
brutal.
same icon. And this is
Same
what
icon.
SDZYZ then in Season 9
Aberration?
used
No,
of
no,
this
no,
very
this
hero
much. I think-
to show us that, hey, you can play Lancelot to a utility form.
Bro,
you can't
bro,
play it like
bro.
this just
I don't think so,
wise.
actually.
Now, Renegade gets caught once more.
Yeah, Renegade again in trouble here. No flicker to save him this time around. Oh, actually, he's
Oh,
back
actually.
on. What? Wow.
And it died.
That was a short
A
cooldown,
flicker
but
waste.
you're not going anywhere. Super Friends pulls him back.
What he should have done,
Just
he should have
don't
picked
let
Baksha
them get
first,
away.
then
Now
Flicker,
this
and
is
then
clearly
jump out.
Onyx
Then
Philippines
he would have
being the ones
survived.
to rotate faster,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
especially
whoa,
considering the
whoa,
fact that
whoa!
their hands, but
King
you're
Kong!
right.
Oh!
That was so good.
Nice
right
kill
there for
though.
King Kong gets answered
Demon Kite.
immediately by Demon Kite, but
He's
it
dead.
feels like Aurora are just
He's dead.
trying to
Super
cauterize
Friends.
the
Oh
wounds
my
here.
god.
He'll get another kill into Super Friends. He's on a killing
Renije
spree,
was
Leo.
late.
Super Friends and Brusco.
No healing, nothing, bro.
2v1. Those are two support heroes taking
That
down
section is
Demon
annoying.
Kite.
He's 3-0.
Super Prince feels like he's mad. It reminds me of the way he just suddenly played the Selena so aggressively after a
And
pause in the
Kirk
regular
rotated
season.
bottom, dude,
And
already.
Now we're again back at the quick
Edward
rotations, even
is
stopping
dead.
Edward right here.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
and go pulling it back for the next possible
भाई
turtle
कायरी
fight.
नहीं
But I don't
आया
know.
है
Aurora doesn't
भाई
feel like
कायरी
they're ready
इंडो
to
से
take this
खेलता है
just
भाई
yet.
ये फिलिपिनो
Despite
है
having a Fredrin again in
भाई,
the XP lane
समझो
and
भाई,
a Lucas
कौन
being
सा
so
कायरी
strong
चाहिए
when
तुम्हें
you're
इधर
fighting in the paint.
खेलता ही नहीं है वो इस
Aurora
टीम में
seem to be doubting their
कायरी
early
की
game
टीम में
strength.
सांस
Onyx
खेलता है
single-handedly
वो अलग टीम है ये अलग
the
टीम है
Lancelot
ब्रो
once again to
और
full
रेड
attack.
गॉन
It wasn't a fluke yesterday. That wasn't a fluke.
That was a fluke.
Oh my goodness, it's
Oh,
already a
Demon
3K
Kite
only
secured it.
for Onyx Philippines.
and a lost
And they know
the small
fully
one.
well where Aurora
So
is.
King
And
Kong
you can
is
see
level
the
9,
same for
Demon Kite is
Canada
level
this time
7.
around,
Look at the
but
difference,
it's
bro.
Onyx in the lead, so you could expect him to
3.3k
go
goal
online
lead
a little
ahead
earlier
on
compared to
5
game number
minutes.
one.
Joe
Check it out. Edwards' first and last Fredrin game was back in season 12 in a playoffs match against Onyx. This
whoa.
very Onyx.
Wow. Wow, that's
What? Kyrie
that's a big
fanboy are
throwback.
crazy.
Very
You
glad
Kyrie.
our stats
What?
were
Kyrie is
doubled
not
up.
playing it. He's playing MPL IT, not MPL PH. Oh my
We're not
god,
Mandela
guys.
affecting y'all, all right? It is Throwback Thursday. And,
He was in
our
PH, he
production
shifted
is
to,
confirming
you know,
that this did
they
happen.
hired this team and
Right
they
now, looking
shifted
at
to
the,
ID,
items so
guys.
far for both of our teams,
It's a normal thing for
only
them.
one already- or only
It's like a
Kong
club.
And Dominic Kite have already
Oh,
secured
whoa,
their
whoa, whoa,
their
whoa,
first
whoa,
four
whoa, whoa.
items so far.
44?
But it is Onyx Philippines paying full attention to the goal.
Come on, I want to see a fucking maniac,
Renegade
dude.
is here
Demon Kite, I
to
think,
guide and
I think
protect
Demon Kite can
Kite,
do
but
it.
I feel like they won't be letting
Kelra,
Demon Kite freely do
I
his
don't know,
farming
but
and
Demon
movement.
Kite for sure.
Just to add to
Whoa,
that,
whoa,
there's
whoa,
not
whoa,
much
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Renegade can
Conceal,
do.
conceal.
Dominic Kite senses it. Here's the conceal. Super Prince.
Man,
still
some people say
intention.
mask, some
And
people
Super
say
Prince,
fucking
like we're gonna mention,
conceal.
is very, very mad. Or
Decide.
looking like it inside the land of Dawn here. Just even
tower,
diving
a
under
tower,
that
a
second
tower.
turret.
Oh, nice jump.
Force him to fight on top side though. Beautiful.
Whoa, nice kill.
3-on-1. No chance for King Kong to make it out.
Bro,
It was so quick. The
that
first
is
into the
called a
turtle strike,
fucking dank roam,
even
bro.
with barely no
Yo,
vision on
I
where
want to
exactly
learn
the
fucking
boogie was.
Kayla now.
Other word, pulling back Brusco as well. Super Prince still has some
Oh,
pretty
that was good,
DPS
right?
even on his own. Putting Renegade
Demon
on
Kite
almost
got
half. Look at
owned,
that.
bro.
This is probably one
Oh,
of
sorry,
Super Prince's
King Kong.
most or scariest
King Kong
forms.
got owned
Like when
there,
he's
man.
able to do all this on the Jushin without
He didn't even
fear,
realize
without
what
any
happened to him.
fear up against
Sheesh.
Aurora, despite the potential presence of like
MPL
a
PH and
into
MPL
the
ID
burst
is
damage
different,
that can be
guys. So
provided by
your
Yue, they
carry
just
mode against
seem to
that.
know that they're way ahead for them to fear that.
Super Prince is here to prove to us.
Okay, I'll show
that
you after
lineup
this match. I'll
works.
show you
Again,
guys, alright?
Despite the lack of burst, again, the conventional understanding what burst
If
is
I'm
in the
not
current
wrong.
metagame, the Super
I
Fam
might be
have
wrong,
shown
but
they
I'm
wanna
not.
make
I
this
think
lineup
I'm
work.
pretty
So
much
far
sure.
it is 2 turtles in, a solid 2,500 gold lead. Junglers are beating up.
Speaking of junglers, look at those two junglers on top side. King Kong and Demon
Bro,
Kite, a little bit
Demon
of
Kite
high five to each
farmed
other.
well. He's
Look at
level
that
10
as well.
now.
Onyx
They're giving the turtle away.
forced out the feathered airstrike, so I think that's a very confident turtle going over to King Kong.
And it was Brusco who started it
Yeah,
all.
they're gonna
Now
they are
going for
focusing on
mid.
farm.
Big knockup into
Kelra got
the
ult.
tsunami
Oh
slam, but
my
there's
god,
just no
Renegade
coordination
dead.
whatsoever on the side of Aurora. Everyone is just running for their lives, Leo.
Edward dead, two dead.
Unfortunate, to be fair,
nothing.
I think Renegade was taking away Onyx from his back
Whoa, whoa,
line.
whoa,
Right?
whoa,
That's why
whoa,
he
whoa.
brought him there, but
No.
it cost him his life. It was worse. Even Edward had to pay the price, but Que sera, when you're down 4K like this, fresh
I
off
mean,
a turtle
instead of
day,
running away, you
Onyx
should
means
just
business.
ult and do
This is
some
what you can
damage so
expect
that
to
she
happen.
can like
Yeah,
back
that was
off. Bro.
really surprising to see that the
Yeah,
Crocodile
he's
was
dead.
still casted.
And there you go. This
I don't
time
know
around,
what he's
no fear
doing there.
whatsoever in the eyes of the super fam.
I don't know
Looking
what
at
he's
Aurora
doing
head
there.
on And looking at them under.
Why he was like rushing gun for no reason there?
Only
What the
been
fuck?
8 minutes, but look at this. Even Renegade,
Yeah, it's over,
he's
guys.
feeling the damage from
They're
this
making a lot of
single
mistakes now.
thorn rose. That King Kong is able to dish
Yeah,
out.
I think Onyx broke their fucking
You're not
spirit at
supposed
this
to be
point.
underneath a turn with no minions like that.
Fredrin is useless in the
Okay,
XP lane.
one of the tankiest mages in the game, but
I mean, they
right?
should have put
And the guy who
fucking
introduced
Lucas in
the
the XP
entire
lane and
Gibbs
Fredrin in the
Mind
fucking
concept
jungle.
and emblem combination
They made a
for
mistake,
me.
guys, I think. Pre-invite करे तो बहुत ही मजा आ
Surprised to see
रहा
that
है.
he's not higher up there in the damage taken leaderboards, but you know.
He's remixing his own rendition of the Zushin.
It's a remix of a remix.
This is the 2025 version of how you play it. And here's the thing. Here's what I'm afraid of, all right? Kelra's only been getting assists. He
They
hasn't
can't buzz
really
down
been
the
taken
fucking
to the
Kirk
skies
yet.
to actually get kills.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Earlier, there was no need for him to go for the wind of nature immediately.
Hey,
but
Renny J
Renegade-
got
Goes
one.
straight into the fight. I think that was a pretty forced
And
tsunami slam.
Renny J dead.
He's gonna go down
Oh,
as
no.
well with a few
Demon
easy
Ka-
hits. King Kong playing it
Okay.
under these two turrets.
They messed up. They're messing
They
up.
want to deliver the eyes of the super fan.
Renny J
Right,
messed up
almost
the fucking
gave
flicker,
everyone
bro.
a signed face photo cards.
Well, they have a Farsa that they
Look
can
at
clear.
that. Using these feathered airstrikes to clear the minion waves.
Oop.
Aurora is trying their very best to survive.
Yeah, this is a huge problem though. If
Oh,
your
God.
lineup is like this,
Oh my goodness.
and they get to slow you down really well, enough for Kelra
Oh,
to just
Kelra is
really
fed
throw
right now.
out his arrows.
10-12.
Like this doesn't normally happen. The 1-1 gets bursted down, but in this scenario, Onyx Philippines through the
10-13.
Jushin, through
Oh, the level difference,
backshot,
3.
whenever Aurora gets a little close, they almost
They have
always
to
find
defend
a way
like
to
two
stop them
Lord
from
now.
getting back safely.
Again, hindsight is 2020, but I think this is what Onyx was going for. in game
Confidence
one.
है ये, bro.
This
Last
kind of
game,
play style.
last game they got.
I mean, it's pretty
You know,
similar, right? Zushin
handed.
at the core of it as
That-
well.
The 1-1.
Last game was
1-1,
brutal for them.
So that probably was the plan.
I don't
all
think Onyx gonna
along.
throw this
And
9.3k
only now
goal lead.
they're
It's too
able
much,
that
bro.
they're able to show us how
I don't
it
think anyone
actually
can throw that
is
shit, right?
executed with that almost 10k gold lead in 10 minutes that they've been able to secure.
So
in
Domin
their
Kite
hand.
haven't
Aurora,
died yet,
at least they have
which
the
is a
Farsa
good
this
thing.
time
Farsa
around.
got
They
his
have the
second
Harry
item.
as well to deal with the waves that
Bro,
could
this
potentially
is
come
brutal
in.
though.
But
Second
they
item
have to be
against
careful
3
of
items.
Kelra and the crossbow attack.
He is applying pressure alongside Brusco. I don't know if Rora
Super
knows
Prince is annoying.
that Kelra is here.
The
with
fucking
bruiser.
Zuxin is annoying.
Lord
Annoying.
spawns in mid, waiting to march in. 10k up.
Yo,
This is
like and sub,
Onyx
like and
getting
sub, like and sub.
bruised. Concealed by Brusco.
11 minutes on the
Brusco.
clock. They are diving in with that
On
Lord.
Edward,
2 men down
Edward
by
quite
Kirk
low,
here.
Edward.
is in trouble. His brother can't
oh,
really
flicker
stand
out, nice.
the DPS for long. And now that turret is going to go down.
I think they're gonna take every.
Slow and steady.
He doesn't
They
even
survive
have enough
with
time
one,
to
I
use the
guess.
Razor's Wrath if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You just can't.
He flickered away.
That's just how fast they're able to burst
Oh, they
him
can defend the
down
bottom tower,
without
dude.
any major
They can.
ultimates used just yet by Onyx
If they play
Philippines.
properly.
Canonic, they're starting to go
Renny
to
J,
the
come on.
drawing board. They're looking for
Oh,
an
they're
angle
not
of attack.
defending that shit,
and
bro.
they are attacking a
They are
west
not
way
defending
they
that
know
shit.
how. Right in
And
the front, right to the base of your
1-1 got
opponent.
the
Diving in,
ult.
that's going to be King Kong going down though. But
Cook.
where is Kelra? What's
Cook.
Kelra looking
Cook
like?
dead.
He's going to be forced to
Nice.
back off. That's 2 members
3
going down
for-
for Onyx. This,
2 for 2?
This attack is not as clean as I
But they
thought
lost
it
the
would
tower.
For the first time in a while, Onyx suffer casualties. 2 for 2.
King Kong,
Edward
bro,
and
bro,
Demon
King
Kite
Kong
for
died.
Kirk
It's a
and
good fight.
King Kong. Man,
And
that last inhibitor
Domin
got
Kite
bottom
got a
cost
kill,
on
which is
Yep,
a
we'll
good
be
thing on
seeing
carry.
the instant replay in a bit where
Yeah, let's see the
Kelra
replay.
actually in that particular sequence was able
Wanna
to
see the King
use
Kong?
the crossbow of Tang, but fortunately for Aurora, it actually
Domin
transferred immediately
Kite,
from
quite
Edward
low.
to
Oh,
Demon
whoa,
Kite,
whoa,
2
whoa,
of those
whoa,
heroes
whoa.
in Aurora's lineup.
King
which are
Kong
expected
died
to
in an
have the
instant,
damage
bro.
From Kelra. And so
Bro,
Yue,
bro.
Domin Kite, they were just able to
Bro,
focus
carry
down
damage
on
is
clearing
coming
out
out,
waves
guys. You
defending
saw that
their
shit?
base. But this is something that allowed Onyx to clear all of
Oh,
Aurora's
carry.
base turrets. And that
Oh,
just
carry got
keeps
3
the
3
10K
items,
gold
yo.
lead intact for Onyx Philippines.
Shush.
closer to about 9.
Oh, they're giving
But they
gold
have
to
stopped
Farsa.
bleeding.
Look, everyone got Rome. They're
But the
giving
onslaught
gold to Farsa
continues.
now.
Oh, what is this?
Okay, nice try here from Renji,
Edward
but
dead.
that's going to
Already
be
dead.
purified out of the way. 4v5
Edward
right now.
gone.
Onyx is
Yeah,
on
it's
a
over.
rampage. They're just not stopping for anybody. Edward
Yeah,
can't
it's
even
over.
put down the Appraiser's Wrath in time. And now it's an empty base. 3 members of Aurora to defend against an
Oh.
onslaught of Onyx
Farsa all got
members.
cancelled
It's just
in an
impossible to
instant.
fight. Demon Kite goes
Demon
down.
Kite
even after
Done.
that full combo.
It's over.
And that's game number 2 in the bag for Onyx.
The inevitable win for the Super Fam here.
King Kong is one of
On
the
the
great
board,
jungler.
Onyx
Right now, he's the
PH.
best jungler, dude. He's the champion. He is the champion right now. Alright, let's play a brawl. It's like we are the champions. Let's play a brawl, guys. That was brutal. That was one-sided. They fucked up in the draft, bro. Like putting Fredrin in the XP lane is just stupid. Hella stupid. Oh, wait. Let me do this first. We are the champions. Putting that shit in a fucking XP lane is stupid. कौन comment कर रहा है? Fuck it, always on one side as well, facing on a PH. Bro, like, watch the last match, bro. It was one-sided. From Rora. Rora was clapping ass. Who is Sonic? I don't know. Who is Sonic? Oh my god. Give me a higher. Oh, Paquido. Guys, Paquido or Roger? Tell me. Which one? I mean, in Roger, I'll get some kills. Okay. We are the champions.
I see lots of prey.
I want some kills, yo. Bit late, a bit late, a bit late. Let me make it, you know. Let me make it
Welcome
subscriber
to Mobile
only
Legends.
today. It's a subscriber only chat only.
5 seconds till
You
the
can't
enemy
get
reaches
away.
the battlefield.
Whoa, I
Smash
didn't
them.
bought anything.
All troops deployed.
I am not alone in this fight. I feel a strange power coursing through my body. Ugh.
First blood.
Damn it.
I detect the scent of prey.
Oh, that was a maniac if I had fucking this, bro.
Launch attack. Ult is not ready.
Oh my god, Paquito, no X.
You will
Paquito,
also
yes.
be crushed.
Down. An enemy has been slain. Slain an enemy.
I think I can get a maniac here, man. I'm feeling it.
A gun is not my only weapon.
Ah, double kill. Alright. We are the champions.
You will also be.
You have slain an enemy.
I am not alone in this fight. Ha! I detect the scent of prey.
Bro! Damn. Zask is annoying in Brawl. Yeah, bro. He's like a fucking another tower, dude. My team is 0-4, 0-4. Oh, my team isn't good.
It's not
actually.
my only weapon.
An enemy has been slain.
My team is seeking a lot of kills. Otherwise, I can get
Test
like
the
a
might of my
maniac,
bullet.
at least.
I feel a strange You can't get away.
Bro, flame shot, lot of lessons up कुछ. सब कुछ डाल दिया भाई ने एक साथ. Bro, everyone is like looking for me or what? Bro, how do you stream? I mean your equipments by my phone, and my PC. And if you wanna learn how to stream, check out videos on YouTube, bro. Simple.
A gun is not my only weapon.
Ally has been slain.
Ah! ले लेता guys. अगर inspire होता, my god. I just wanted one more inspire, bro. Rank? Nah, I'm not playing rank today. Watching MPL. Come on. Now they're doing something. I think I'm spelling a maniac or a savage here, but I don't know why not. I'm getting it.
You will also be cursed. I am not alone in this fight. Test the might of my bullet.
Bro, how I'm already low? How I'm already low? Ah, Zask is annoying, Zask is annoying, Zask is annoying. क्या लूट है? गोल गोल बनाऊं क्या? पहले बना दूं क्या? What do you guys say?
I feel a strange power through my body.
Was they flickered or? Oh man, I'm smelling a maniac, but I'm not getting it. They too fast, bro.
You can't get away.
Elgato Tana. Oh, there are a lot of videos without Elgato how to touch on Gal. I tried to steal that kill, but nah.
A gun is not my only weapon.
Oh, I'm smelling a. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm smelling a maniac here. Man, I was smelling a maniac. Your PC model, brother. I don't know, man. It's fucking motherboard was Asus. It just all combined, you know. That's it. Alright, I'll tell you, alright? Alright, I'll tell you. It's a PC, it's a build PC, so I don't know what model it is or what, like, you know, what did they put in. I just gave them the money and they gave me a PC, alright? And the app I use for screen mirror, it's called Duan. This is the app, DOUWN. You can like connect your PC through a wire or you know, through Wi-Fi, like some shit. I don't know how to explain it. See, this is my screen mirrored, and this is the app I use. It's called Streamlabs. Alright, and guys, please watch a video first, and then you know you can ask me the other questions. We are the champions. पहले देखो वीडियो, थोड़ी मेहनत करो.
MPL players playing parang ibang boost na nabibigay din nila sa amin. Na-inspire din kami in a way.
So parang mas talented tayo kasi may
पहले
volleyball
question
na
पूछने
tayo.
लगते हो.
Hindi, may mga volleyball players din dyan.
Meron.
Meron din
Ang alam ko si Yue naglalaro. Tama ba? Tama ba?
Idol.
For everybody's information, si Yue po ay naglalaro ng volleyball before. So maybe, malay natin. Kaso focus kasi siya ngayon eh. Focus siya ngayon. But hopefully we get more playing time moving forward. I think now, Odin, anong masasabi nyo? Where can we find you? Paano ba namin masusuportahan ng Cherry Tigo?
Sa PVL po, lagi po kayong manonood. We'll be starting on June 27. Sana supportahan nyo rin po yung Philippine Volleyball League. Maraming salamat po.
And now you're watching live dito sa ating Champions Arena. Very obvious naman na sinusuportahan nyo. What is your message sa mga teams na sinusuportahan nyo ngayon?
Good luck po sa kanilang lahat. I know naman na kahit
matindi yung labanan dito sa ano sa MPL talaga. And
guys, like and sub.
Nakakatuwa na nandito kami.
Give me a second, alright?
Ayun,
I am a funny
yung talent nyo and pinapakita nyo sa amin yung kung ano yung talagang makakaya nyo and of course na-inspire kami dahil sa inyo.
Guys, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for being here. Palakpakan naman natin muli ang Cherry Tigo crossovers as we head on to game number 3. So, panel, punta sa inyo.
Okay, well, there we go. That was our special guest out there in the audience. That's the PVL. That's the Philippines Volleyball League. And it's nice to hear, nice to hear that the enjoyment, the respect between the professional volleyball players and, of course, how they can appreciate and enjoy the professional esports scene for MLBB.
Yeah, I feel like for quite a few seasons now, we're getting more athletes in the Philippines very vocal about their support of the MPL. So it's really great to see the women of the PVL to show up here. They are some of the most watched athletes in the country. If you're not familiar with it internationally, they are local celebrities. It's great to have their energy and their presence here.
I wish I could play volleyball.
I think you have the build and height for it, though.
But I can't jump.
You can't? Can you not jump?
I've never tried.
As a guy who played football in high school for like, what, 4 years?
Yeah, well, I don't
You
jump.
never got to jump?
Dude, I just run into things. I don't jump. I'm not jumping over
All right,
guys.
fair.
Just run into them like we're going to run into the draft right now for game 3. And we're going to be welcoming Brigida with us once again for the draft. Brigida, can you hear us?
Good afternoon.
One of these times, Brigida, you're going to do it right, okay? You're going to say good afternoon, and you're going to address the Brigadudes, okay? You have to say good afternoon, Brigadudes.
My goodness, I've got to address everyone. Okay, I'll do it next game, but
All
for
right.
now.
Okay, next game.
Good afternoon. No,
Let's go to the draft here. Bands are coming out. It's looking very similar here, right? But this time around, they're taking out the MVP hero from the previous game, that Jushin. You broke it down. It's such a menace to deal with.
Yep. They've always banned the Fanny too, so it's most likely that they're going to ban out the Fanny for last year in Onyx Philippines side. And that'll leave, again, the Kalea open, but Aurora, do they want to go for that again? Oh, they opened the Fanny.
Fanny's open.
They're willing to give it. What if we get some good old early CHOUs? What if we throw it back? You lock in the Fanny for the first pick of Aurora, then suddenly on the side of Onyx you hear, see value in me? You should.
What is the line?
See value in me? You should.
You should.
Oh, that was more accurate.
All
No,
right.
yours was pretty accurate too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10.
All right, come on. Come on.
Oh my goodness, it's open, you take it. Is it that simple?
Yeah, pick up the Fanny, they just go, oh, okay, it's not going to be the Fredrin Rush, but they do go Moskov Kalea. They're very familiar with the answers that they want to go for right away. It's almost like a 100% a requirement now. If the other side's playing a Fanny, you want to get the Moskov with you.
Yeah. And I know there's no jungler revealed to us just yet for Onyx Philippines side, but might Aurora want to consider something that can at least manage the Moskov in the early stage of the game? I mean, the Hilda has been a pretty good response to it so far, especially in terms of just managing it overall. But I feel like Edward too has a couple of other plans in mind in terms of the XP laners he's been showing us so far. He's went with the Lucas, or I mean the Fredrin XP lane earlier, so like he's got so much to show us, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting too, just because
Let's see how interesting will this will
is
be.
already going to change the dynamic of this, but now you see the Harith and the Farso locked in. This is so much damage early on, and then Fredrin, this is a blitz draft.
You're lagging too much.
Onyx.
Oh,
They knew
it
they wanted to
depends
get
on
the
your
Fredrin.
internet,
They didn't
and
need
I
to
don't
rush
know,
it.
man.
The
Actually,
moment
honestly,
showed up and
if
it's
you
on the
ask
Fanny,
me
it's
for
like,
the
come on,
devices
it has to be a
advice
Fredrin
or
for Onyx,
you know
right?
these
And
things,
there they go,
I'm
they
not
lock
good
it
at
in.
it.
So they have a good
Car
solid
device,
front.
lot of that.
I
I'm
think
just
it's going to be
gave
up
up,
to
bro.
Onyx to decide.
I don't know
whether
how
or
to
not
edit.
they
I don't
want
know anything.
Something that can invade the jungle, which is you pick up the Hilda for Kirk, or you want
I would
another solid
love to help
wall,
you,
so
but
that
I
you're gonna
don't
be
know.
putting
The problem is
everything
I
onto
don't know.
the Moskov and whatever the pick of Super Prince will be. So it's either damage or tank. That's like the main choice right now for the Onyx EXP lane. And we still cannot turn off the possibility that the Fredrin might actually go to the EXP lane, similar to what Edward and Aurora did in game number 2.
Alright.
If even Onyx does that.
Onyx took the fucking Fred this time. Oh, Demon Kite got the Fanny. What the fuck?
But yeah, I agree.
Oh, Baksha is gone? Tigreal is gone too.
Is still the focus if they ever want to consider that.
Bro, and now they need both tanky heroes. And they're banning the tanky heroes. Kayla is gone.
It's interesting too because when you think about
they should have banned Phobius. Phobius banned. Phobius banned. For the Hyrid.
You want to pair up with having a Fanny, knowing that you really got to be able to take care of it, because obviously some more of the bans. I mean, look at already the amount of roam. Whoa, that's an interesting one.
Veil?
The bad Veil?
That's the old Gara right there.
Yeah. Interesting. Usually you want to ban the Veil if you are a slow front to back style, but I think they were thinking about the Harith more, wherein if they're not careful,
no Phobius ban?
Domincat will not have any place to dance around with his Zaman Force, with all of his dashes, because he'll have to watch out for the wind.
It's a counter for Harith? Okay.
I get it though. I get why they go
I mean,
for the Veil ban.
Weiler can also annoy the Harith, no?
Works well as a way to interrupt. I feel like if you time it really well too, even whoever decides to just go in for the setup, since it hasn't been revealed to us just yet by Aurora, will find it difficult to set things up if the Veil is there. So could they actually want to go for a dive hop position, considering that these are the bans they're going for?
3 tanky heroes ban.
Bans out the glue, however.
Yeah. All right, last ban for
Phobius.
Aurora. Do they still narrow down the mid lane options? Are they going to try to force Super Friend's son, you know, a pick? But again, this is Super Friends. He's very similar to UI, where their hero pools are so unique and quite deep here. So even if you go and ban another mid lane option, like Super Friends still has plenty of picks that he can go for.
No, they should think about the Harith and ban the fucking Phobius. No!
That also goes back to the question of roam options, because you have that Matilda chip,
visible,
for example, takes out, they take out an Arlot.
Well, there's a Naruto event going on, right?
Yeah.
That's
the Arlot
Fredlock.
Fredlock.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, actually in the bans too.
I mean, there's still a lot of flex options. You
What
can
the
actually still go
fuck?
CHOU for Brusco, put the Kalea in the
yeah,
EXP
did
lane if you're gonna go Fredrin jungle. But now they're gonna go for a good balance of damage and
Phobius.
tankiness. They go for the
I
Phobius.
told them to ban
this
the
is
fucking
an
Phobius,
all-in
man.
Support for Super Friends and Kelra, whatever the Super Friends
Fanny,
think it's gonna
Fanny,
be big.
this is over,
and
bro.
there's a chance it might be Kimmy.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. We haven't seen her picked up.
Yeah, Kimmy can also made, right?
What, a couple times maybe?
Jawhead.
A couple times in the series that we had.
They're really confident in the Jawhead?
CC. Okay, so we're getting the
I don't know, man. This is cooked.
And then
they're cooked.
I was thinking what else you would pick, right?
Bro,
Friends, what else
Selena, bro, it's
one
over.
of the few players
Yo, this is
made this
Onyx
hero
game, guys.
make a
Onyx is
statement so far in season 15. How do you feel,
hardcore,
Red
deep
Yeah,
heroes.
I did not expect this.
Like Phobius, Selena, and Fred. Bro, this is.
Onyx looks solid, but it's always the thing.
Think about it, alright? Think
Fanny.
about it.
You either
Farsa
get a
is
really
ulting.
great Fanny game
Selena
that still
sent his
falls, or a
dash.
Fanny game where it's
Over.
like, let's
Selena
hope the
sent it a dash.
I'm so
Harith got
50-50
it.
on this one.
Over. I mean, it's over, bro. It's
As
over.
am I, but hey, I'm gonna
Champion
believe, I know
Arena.
I voted for Onyx Philippines for the series, but this one in Game 3, I'm gonna go and lean towards.
Jawhead is a
here,
good pick,
especially with my boy Demon Kite.
but then Fanny.
Take one last look at the lineups here for
For
you guys to go
Moscow
ahead
and
and make your own
Selena.
guesses. Plus the fact that you got the 2 Purifies to deal with that Kaleo
Bro,
potential.
Fanny
Let us
is
know what
not
you
a
guys
good
think.
pick.
Who's it gonna be, Aurora or
Why
Onyx?
people are
Pass
not
the
picking
castles for Game
Lucas?
3.
With the scores equalized and some
What the
power
hell?
picks coming through in the draft,
I thought Lucas
who's
is
gonna get one
fucking
step closer
broken,
to
dude.
match point? Aurora versus Onyx, game number 3 coming your way. Action brought to you by Brigida, Rockhart, and Leo.
Brigitte.
Quick thoughts about the Selena, because Redwar alluded to the
My
could have been
cam is
in mid,
so
but
fucking
again, this is super
fried, bro.
That's
I
true.
hate it.
I mean, I really like the Selena here just because it feels so powerful and had super prints. But
And my cam is
doesn't
so
it feel like
hot.
kinda got
It's like heating up
forced into it
for some reason.
if you think about it with how they're drafting this.
Yeah, I think in general, or like at a surface level, that's
The
what
match
I'd
against
also immediately assume.
Aurora versus
Philippines, they've had
Onyx.
this history of just
Yes.
going for these very
Now it's better. A little better.
Need to be really well coordinated kind of lineups. They used to go for the draw at Selena, which I feel posed this similar question in the regular season. And this is kind of really close to that same pattern, right? The Kalea into the Selena, so they might make it work.
And it comes down to playing what you know. Something tells me there was a discussion and the Kimmy was a legit option. It's just the Superfam decides. Friends, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's make it work. Game 3. Finally,
half HP.
Aurora early start.
Whoa. Nice damage.
Very nasty shots here.
Demon Kite is good.
A pretty big resource, especially for a Selena.
Winning prize when he
get would use that to really take out the target.
India का होता तो बता देता है. मैं तो कल से देखना start किया. Playoffs start हुए तब से देखना start किया मैंने.
Multiple members of Onyx Philippines, or primarily Keller later on, but for now it's Super Friends.
Brusco.
Look at that, Brusco as well.
He didn't go to level 4.
You can feel it, right? You can feel the bloodlust in Demon Kite right now.
Easy Fanny game.
How often do you get your hands on a Fanny?
Yep.
And it's this
late game.
that defined how Onyx could play around with
why are you saying
it's
5 picks,
easy for Fanny? The 5 picks, the whole draft, they had to cater to.
I mean,
Fredrin Kite's Fanny, which opened up
with the fucking
Kayla
and the Fredrin pick is too much, no? For Fanny.
You could say that maybe that mid trio is where Onyx struggles. How about the sides?
Yeah.
Bisalero.
Pretty much.
Good Bisalero again.
This saw Demon Kite. Manage things out, not necessarily directly winning, and that's in terms of the gold lane.
The vision is annoying.
Later on, but the CC definitely is.
The vision is annoying.
Have a great time in terms of the EXP lane, but there. We will be seeing some assistance from King Kong, however, so they get to include Kirk as they set up for this turtle.
Yeah, that turtle is going to be pretty solid for Onyx. I don't think there's any danger.
Whoa.
Unless Strategy does stuff like this.
Kirk 1 HP. Oh no, why not?
Zoning it up as much as he can.
Brusco quite low. 2 kills. 3 kills actually. Come on, 3 kills.
Tsunami Slam slows them down.
Where is Fanny? Fanny died? Oh my god.
To the Kalea, but
Kirk dead.
Kirk
dead. Reniji survives.
Oh my god.
King Kong might die here.
In comes the rest of Aurora.
Yeah, King Kong dead. Whoa. 4 for 1. It's a maniac.
Mr. Consistent with the perm. He's feeling himself. Gets a maniac.
Yo, he got a maniac. I didn't even realize.
Force the flicker out of Kelra, and that is going to be a huge resource. Just when you thought these two low laners are very 50.
3 minutes and maniac.
Demon Kite, and there is the threat of the Fanny.
That is probably the only thing that isn't consistent about Mr. Consistent, and it's his hair.
I didn't even realize, bro.
Right,
I was looking for Demon Kite where he went. He poofed.
He's way ahead of everyone just because of that.
My prediction, Rora will win this game.
This kind of result in terms of the laning
I don't know how you guys saying that though.
Huge problem for Onyx Philippines.
Like every time Super Friends is throwing a Bisalero, Farsa need to move away or use a Puri.
Ran away and survived the initial onslaught of Aurora, right? Flickered away even when he got caught by the ejector from Renegade, but man, how Aurora kept.
Bro, a fucking maniac, dude. That is insane.
Stay in and score those 4 kills.
Leggings up.
I was actually trying
60 kar do yaar, 660.
Like the
6-6-0 kar do. 6-6-0. Whoa, good stun.
Arrow from Super Prince did deny that feathered airstrike, which could have eliminated Brusco, but it just so happened that the fight extended too long. And Aurora were able to find
Kirk dead.
Demon Kite again, pretty easy to dodge those SODs.
Bro, he's good on Fanny. Of course, Onyx is the one of the top team, but still, let's see anything can happen.
Given a hard time here on top side.
What happened?
Oh,
they're going for the turtle.
On that attempt, but this does
late.
open up the turtle.
They're late.
Get the trades and a turret away from Onyx Philippines, and Onyx are yet to secure.
They can have the turtle. It's fine, bro. 2K goal lead ahead on without a turtle, dude. That is more than enough.
And that is something that you still have to consider if you are Onyx Philippines. You see the potential, but so far Aurora is able to capitalize on even the slightest miscalculations that Onyx Philippines does.
Yo. Grab.
Tight here.
And
coming in with a tsunami slam. Brusco.
Edward dead.
That's perfect target.
Brusco
Edward
dead.
is out. No current call available. Means that they can guide
Oh,
crazy.
Cook dead.
Dolman Kai and Demon Kai. That combo is
This
so
fan is
scary. The
crazy,
damage
bro.
is just erupting.
DK coming in so fast.
Yo.
He was glitching. Domikai gets
Maybe.
hit by the spear.
He's not gonna come at.
Destruction does not click it.
All right.
Honestly, the entire story changes once Demon Kite
Brother, this fan is quite
so
crazy.
has to be very calculated in terms
Oh,
of
he
whether
got
or
the
not
tar.
they want,
He
they
gets
want
the
to
tar
fully
here.
commit in the team fights, knowing fully well that Demon Kite can just
Damage
follow up
dealt
any
Edward
moment,
15,000.
because that's where the cleanup can come in. The damage that Demon Kite is able to provide at this
Then
point
Onyx can win.
is something they should definitely
As the
take
main
seriously.
Fanny, I
He's a
can
level
see a
ahead
draft
of
and
King Kong, and now Aurora's looking to take another
But
turn
it's a
away
team
from
game.
Onyx.
That's why I
Really
said
like it
it's
when
an
Dolman Kite's synchrovision and
buffs.
chrono dashes just go toe to toe with the Fanny. Oh my god, can really turn down targets in the dust.
And that's mainly what the Demon Kite's strength is. He understands and he
stole
smells
it.
a good fight.
Who got that?
Even miles away.
Renji
here put down a fifth of his health.
Renji.
We're waiting for Kelra to feel himself too. We're waiting
Another
for
trap.
Kelra
He's
to say
recalling.
it's go time. But I guess the whole Superfam understands that we have to
Oh, they're gonna fight for this turtle or not, guys?
despite getting both turtles so
They
far.
should.
Yeah,
They
'cause
should.
Kelra
Bro,
yesterday, I feel
Aurora is like
have
2k
seen
ahead.
how
They should fight
phenomenal
over
his
it.
performance was on the
This is the
Montreal,
important
just
turtle.
constantly pressuring the
And I
lanes
think
and
Demon Kite is
trying
level
to
10 and
close
King
out
Kong
the
is
game a
level
couple of
9.
times. But
Which
this
is
different
good.
Since they have, or Aurora has
Yeah, they're gonna fight
Fanny,
for it.
So there's at
Whoa.
least
A kill?
Aurora who can
Whoa!
deal with him, and that's what we were talking
Oh
about.
my god.
There's a solo kill you get when you have a Fanny again. Not so surprising, but what's surprising here?
Yo,
Super Friends
Demon
was
Kite,
forced out of a flicker.
Kirk,
Keeping
quite
the
low,
team fight going.
dead.
Kirk
Kirk is dead,
gonna
bro.
have
You're dead.
To take a back step here, but he's
Dead.
trying to get in.
Edward
with
quite low,
Aerial
though.
Pursuit, but not
Fanny's
gonna be
taking
enough
the
to slow down
turtle.
Aurora. And this time around, it's going to be the Northern
King Kong
Lights with control
coming
of
back.
the turtle pit.
Final one going over
Whoa.
to Aurora. SOD
Nah.
thrown up by Kelra. He knows
No
it's
SOD.
best not to
King
tempt
Kong
fate here,
is an
and a push. Oh my god,
is
Aurora
an 3
converting
hero
to the roof.
jungler too. Nah. What are you talking about, bruh?
For some reason, doesn't really
Domin
pull
Kite.
off the tsunami slam. It doesn't
Domin
have
Kite.
it. It's on cooldown.
Whoa.
And now they're gonna
Good
just
throw
launch
from
Aurora and
Renny
just
J.
walk
Good
away.
throw,
Defensive
brother.
maneuvers by Aurora. They're happy with what they got. And
He's a
Onyx
good
is
assassin
ever
player. Like, he can
more
play
getting
Fanny,
buried in value.
Haya,
3,000
Ling,
gold lead now.
Yeah, but it's getting
CHOU.
very difficult for Onyx Philippines to actually do things
What
across
else?
the other side of the map.
His
and
red
look for
tree,
the
his
trade
red
for
tree
that
is
one
like
instance
ungappable.
Wherein they did try.
It's
Because
too
that is
perfect,
what
no?
you would typically expect from a monster
The red
with
tree
the
is-
gold lane, right? You go the opposite lane wherever the objective is, and you
What?
just use your SOD to
Kayla?
match up to the team
If
fight.
Kayla
But
time
Demon
his
Kite,
turn on
he just
Fanny
made sure
along
that he
with
was
Selena,
able
then
to see where
yeah, I'm
Kelra
telling you,
was
if
planning
Kayla
to
catches
go,
Fanny,
taking
Fanny
out
is
first
dead.
before proceeding to the
I don't
turtle.
think they need a
That
abyssal
is
arrow
just
from
Aurora
Selena, bruh.
being very decisive
I don't
and
think so.
knowing how exactly to deal with Onyx Philippines
Useless
lineup so
Kayla.
far.
Yeah, Kayla is
They
not
can't do
jumping
much
on
because,
Fanny.
again,
I don't
this
know
is a
why.
veteran jungle, so you
I think
really
Fanny is
expect
coming
to
too
get
late.
the
That's
best
why,
of the
maybe.
potential team fights that can happen later on.
Oh,
And
it's an
what's
easy
worse
tower.
is Aurora can do this with very little punish from
Look,
Onyx
look at
side.
how they
Onyx
help their
commit
roam.
to,
Oh,
again,
sorry,
Frederick
jungler.
can protect
Like,
Kelra,
Johead,
and Aurora
you
is
know,
very
sits in a
dangerous.
bush,
They can
give
just move. They
vision,
can just go
and you know.
elsewhere.
Yeah, and again, that Tsunami Slam is just so crucial here because it's basically the only reliable source of CC they have aside from energy eruption.
I don't know
So
why
are you
King
gonna
Kong
use
is
it on
not
Demon
jumping
Kite
on
or
like
Domin or whoever, right?
Yeah, but
Even energy
Ah, because of the Edward,
You're not a
right?
flicker Frederick,
CC
you're
is
a
a
retribution
problem for him.
Frederick.
That's
So
true.
you have
They
to
should have
walk
banned the
up
CC.
and make sure you get the taunt on 2 solid
Whoa,
targets.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
the thing is, it's
whoa.
always Renegade going in first, but it seems
He's
like
dead.
this time around,
He's
It's gonna be a
dead.
different guy
Oh,
targeted
he
here.
survives?
Okay, flickers
He's
out.
dead.
He'll go down to the Appraiser's Wrath. That's a
Oh.
-1, but current call already casted by Edward. Here comes Demon Kite, but I don't think he's ready for the party.
Bro,
he's not
CC is
pressed quite
annoying,
there
though.
yet. I think he only has some shorts and slippers, and everyone's
CC
just
is
all
zoning.
pimped out.
This sounds too specific to be
Useless
just
Kayla,
theoretical.
Kayla useless.
Aurora now retreating. They know they can't pick this fight for V5. Oh, no.
They're gonna
Onyx
try.
blitzing
Oh,
the
boy.
Lord.
I don't know if they can answer this. There's a good knockup from the Lord. He's gonna be the
Oh,
Phantom fifth
Brusco.
man. And there goes Edward going down. US still keeping
King
it
Kong?
steady,
King Kong
but
dead?
even
No,
the Venom airstrikes
oh, no
will not
energy
be
on
able
Demon
to slow
Kite.
down Onyx right
Oh, they're gonna
now, who
they're gonna
only has
reset?
Demon Kite right, and Doming up on toe.
Oh!
Make that 5.
Retry! No! He retry! That's fucking...
And they get it. There you go. The Lord
Brusco?
going over to Onyx this time around.
What a clutch title
Bro,
strike
he
by
retrieved the
Brusco just to deny that retribution from Demon Kite because he was just standing there. It could have been a retry battle between two of these junglers, and Aurora
that was a Fanny Lord though.
Despite them not being complete, despite them losing a couple of their members before that team fight.
That was a bro. He almost got the retry, bro. I mean, there was so much time to retry there, but I don't know how. He got stunned.
Hand cam. I would
Oh,
imagine
Demon
that
Kite
as
is
the
good.
Fanny, Demon Kite had the have 13, 14 fingers to make sure that he was in the right spot to even have thoughts of stealing that.
You wanna see the hand cam, bro?
Oh my God, Kirk picks off
It's over.
That was out of nowhere, and I think Onyx is really using
it's
leverage.
gone.
Not to mention there's a Lord walking on
It's
bottom.
over, guys.
Oh my God.
Very bad for Onyx.
Nowhere the comeback.
Now, Demon Kite should do something. He should dash for infinite.
Are feeling it suddenly. The defending champions are on the offensive.
Yep.
Look at that stun.
The moment they decided to engage.
Bro, the gold lead is going.
Being prepared. That's what happens when they're actually able to position themselves first compared to Aurora, because the moment Renergy decided to check the area, they were able to punish him
Moscow
to
is
some
gonna be a
extent,
pain.
forcing them to hesitate somehow before actually taking
Oi,
on
chapri
the next
ki
fight.
aur
And
mere
that's a
bede.
very similar scenario to what happened in that objective. And now this
Papa
is where
chapri
all
bolta
the
hai bede.
bodyguards come in for Kelra. This is where
Kaam
he can
dhanda nahi hai
really do
bede.
his thing.
Hey, Kelra, so far, all season 15 long, number 3 least deaths.
Oh.
He is up there when it comes to bulletproof stats. King Kong, number 1 average gold per game. He understands how much Kelra needs the bank. So suddenly Onyx are playing on their feet here. They've adjusted well enough to now have a gold lead.
Oh
for the
my
first time.
God.
For the first time in 12 minutes, they have the gold lead.
I guess it boiled down to just biding your time and knowing when to actually overtake your opponent.
Penny's gonna split.
And they did it
But
the
why
best way
she's
they
going
know how.
top?
Pick someone off and
I think
capitalize.
she's gonna look for
Even when
Moscow on the top.
That, or
Oh
even
my
when
God, no
this
blue.
entire Maniac, when Edward was able to position himself
Oh, they know
well
where
earlier,
it's
now they're
Fanny.
taking advantage of all that.
Whoa. King Kong
Capitalizing
quite
right
low
now
though.
on one going down
Oh,
is
Kelra
Fanny
dead.
again, the victim
Super
of the
Friends.
Tsunami
Oh,
Slam.
they can win this team
Edward
fight.
still
Brusco.
available as a frontline, but only for a moment. He is actually very low as well,
Bro.
forcing Rora to go back.
That
One for one.
Fanny
a difficult
popped
trade. They
that
exposed
Moscow
Kelra
like
to
this.
stop Aurora's forward momentum, and it came at the price of just Renegade. Not even his flicker, just Renegade.
Yeah, and Aurora probably knows by now that that's pretty much what they
बोल
have
रहा हूँ,
to
पापा
do.
से
Once you take out
उद्यम
Kelra,
नहीं,
you
जाओ
saw
काम
how
करो अपना।
Onyx immediately was forced to retreat. They cannot proceed with the fight, especially considering that there is
पापा
a
से
top
बदमाशी नहीं।
objective. They can't lose any more
Hide हो गया ना?
members,
अब
and
क्या
that is
करेगा?
what they have to consider
अब
right
किधर
now.
भूकेगा?
They have all their eyes set on Kelra, which you did mention is supposedly up there in terms of the bulletproof leaderboards, but he's already 4 deaths in this game.
This is not an ideal KDA score for Kelra. Lord Dance initiated Dominic Kite at a third of his health.
Bro.
To reconsider.
And that all came from one arrow hitting, by the way. That was insane.
Bro.
And the Lord knock up. Everything
He
else.
went base.
This is where the Fredrin comes in. This is where you would have the Fredrin.
Oh, now they know. Now they know. They're gonna rush.
Like this. And
Oh
Onyx
no,
doing
oh
it.
no,
They're
oh no,
blitzing the
no,
Lord.
They're doing it again. They have the damage. They know they do. They know where the Aurora members are. Demon Kite,
Oh,
where are you?
why are you taking
Are
the
you gonna
fucking...
get an angle to go for the Retribution steal,
Oh.
though? He will get stunned up. That's vision for Onyx. I think they will blitz it out this time around.
Nah,
King
bro.
Kong
Selena
getting
is
that
so
forward,
annoying.
And the fight is going to be very, very bad here.
Kaklo. Fanny dead.
They're piling onto each other. And
Hey, it's over, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Make that just you, and I think that could be Onyx running it down mid.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
11-11, make a wish at the 14-minute mark. Onyx just forced
Brusco.
Aurora to play in
Yeah,
the
it's a
paint,
vibe.
and Aurora can't do that.
It's a wipeout for Aurora! And you did
it's a
mention it. It's exactly the angles that Super Fritz just played around with.
Bro.
Beautifully
A Selena fucked their
It's
comp
Onyx
like that,
who
bro.
leads in game three.
Sheesh.
Match point
Match
for
point.
the Super Fam in the upper bracket semis.
Sheesh,
One
bro.
game away from
That was
dropping
brutal.
Aurora
Guys, like
to
and
the
sub,
lower bracket.
like, double tap on the screen to like.
Can't believe my eyes. Super Prince, whenever he gets
Prince is crazy.
you just see the most surprising angles come into play.
Onyx PH is so strong. Selena's super annoying. Bro, Kelra useless, did not age well.
Well, Leo, we'll tell you what we know. And that's it's match point right now for Onyx Philippines.
This Selena was crazy, bro.
I was
this guy saying bot versus bot.
Especially the way that the early game started. I mean, was it an early Maniac too?
Yeah, that was a Maniac. At that point in the Philippines, we have a cultural response to that. Nice try. Do better next game. I gotta go cook some rice.
Why rice?
No, it's like sasaing muna ako kanin.
I'll
cook rice. Like my
Kong
mom
God,
wanted to cook rice
bro,
first.
super
I'll
friends,
put the
bro.
phone down, but that's just
It
you
was
actually
all
tilted.
super friends, guys. It was all
This guy's
super
not
friends.
tilted at all. Super Prince, another MVP performance, and this time it's a
Another
signature pick,
MVP
I would really say about Super Prince. The Selena, one
Look
of the
at
few
this
players
shit.
that does find success
51,000 diamond.
makes it work, and you know,
that was insane, guys.
The arrows were usually landing on the right targets. Like, think how many times Demon Kite was actually stunned up or something.
Selena is hot.
And that's a
So the fact that Super Prince reads the map like that,
I
is
don't
like, I
know.
will throw my arrow
He's kinda
here
cute,
at this
man.
direction, at this Lord class,
I mean,
it was him. It landed on Kirk.
she's
The
kinda
moment
cute,
it
man.
landed on Demon Kite as he was just positioning in the bush, Onyx knew like, all right,
I kinda
it's time
like
for us
her.
to just rush this Lord. We've
The
already
horns
gotten
and all,
info where
like,
Demon
like,
Kite
you know,
was. That's
good
why they were
touch.
hesitant. That's why they were slowing down the take. They needed to find the Fanny first. The Super Prince helped find that Fanny.
Damn.
Eventually,
It
leading
was a
to the
maniac
wipeout
here.
as he got another arrow as the last
Edward.
striking member of Aurora was trying to escape.
Yeah, and you know, the Fanny was great to see.
I didn't even realize it was a
Especially when you have an early
maniac.
game like this, you know, you just think, man, this is going to be a scaling game for Aurora. They're going to go and pop off and then end the game quickly. But this also showcases how Onyx Philippines has been in pressurous situations before.
Bro,
And
that
it's
was a
that
good kill.
discipline
That
they
was
like
a
to
good
play
kill.
with, this pickoff
Fanny
potential
came,
where
got a
they-
kill, and
they
ran
play
off.
around their
Oh my
pickoffs,
god, that was bad.
options. And
I
if
think they
don't,
started
then
throwing
they
after
slow the
that
fights
head
down
death.
to choose the right targets, and that's really what happened.
I mean, they
here.
lost the
CHOU
rhythm.
was able to freely move in a lot of these exchanges and fights
Oh,
just
Kelra
because
was
of how
dead.
much
Oh,
space
nice.
was provided with the team. Even with a Fanny, a Demon Kite
Again,
Fanny
you know,
flying
he
around.
got caught
Yeah,
there.
this is why we said at the end of the draft, I really felt like this is a 50-50 match. And we saw the 50-50. We saw Aurora taking control of the game, then we saw Onyx taking control
Let's
of the
play a
game,
brawl,
then
man.
we saw that 50.
Let's play a brawl. We'll be back. Let's play a brawl. Okay. Let's play a brawl, guys. Brawl. Brawl, or we can watch fucking BGIS. But today is no godlike matches, so. Let's play a brawl. I have to turn off the setting, accessibility, touch on, off. Fanny early pick is not that great. Just saying. अरे यार screenshots. Oh.
Let's fight to our heart's content.
ठीक है ना guys, heal भी हो लेंगे थोड़ा. ठीक है. Who give a shit? Ah.
Command to
Let's go. One Kings. CHOU. CHOU को CHOU नहीं मिला भाई को. ये तो गलत हुआ. स्काई पियर्स बना लूँगा फर्स्ट आइटम. क्या बोलते हो? सही रहेगा. Can I join you next? Can I join next? Bro, I'm not playing today. I'm just playing a brawl. Then I'm gonna watch another match.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Pehले sky bana
Now
leta
this is fit 5 for seconds royalty. Till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Hey, you.
Shoot on this.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
My bad. This sacred beast won't hold back. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Bring it on. Don't blink. Bring it on. This sacred beast fears nothing.
Bro, my energy, bro. कब आएगी मेरी energy? I wanna transform, buddy.
A hero never gives up.
I'm almost full. What the hell? कोई कितना डैमेज आ रहा है CHOU का? Hello, Sahil Gupta, what's up? क्या ही डैमेज आ रहा है bro?
A hero never gives up.
Delhi Maniac लेगी रे?
Oh, I'm getting riled up.
Oh, transform again, brother. Bro, we need a savage. Arey bro. If I had that good luck, I mean, dude, things would have been so different. What the hell? What the hell? 57, bro. Damn. I mean, I want them in a line with 1 HP and I spit on them. And they all die. Oh my god, there will be a cinema. There will be a cinema.
Whoa, man, I could eat everything on the menu. And that's before transforming. Give me a real fight. Don't blink.
Oof.
The name's Lucas. Don't forget it.
Oh my god. How is this looks so bad?
100%. It's in my blood.
Whoa! My god, man. I'm just getting poofed. I think I need to go defense at this point. So why are you going ahead when you don't have a HP and
Just stick with me and you'll be fine.
I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. One stun, I'm going in. If one Vacthana gives a good stun, I'm going in. कितना भी रे बंदा They were all low, but my damage wasn't enough. What the hell? Yo, stop! I saw that.
No one saw that, right?
Man, this CHOU is kicking me. This CHOU is kicking me. That's it. Vacthana is really bad. What? Why not halting?
Never gives up.
New Dharma.
Now this is fit for royalty. A hero never gives up. This sacred beast fears nothing. Disappear.
Oh, he executed!
Went out with a
He executed me. Hey, what's up, what's up? The match started or what? Oh, what is this? Give me
A hero never gives up.
Our inhibitor turret.
Lord. It's over. Let's see. क्या हो रहा है मैच में?
Defeat.
50-50 of, all right, who's just going to execute this better so that we can win the game. And in the end, it was Onyx in this last Lord fight that was absolutely brilliant. They waited for the re-entry of Demon Kite. They were ready. Kelra was able to dash on out and be able to free hit.
On first-serve basis, pero libre again. So see you at MPL Playgrounds.
What the hell? Got the MVP though.
Hey, we're missing out, Renmar.
Yeah.
We have not been to the playground in some time, but this is the playground that I would go to.
You know that MPL play? No, I've been to playgrounds. No, not recently. And yeah, anyways, so the ones downstairs, it's a test of willpower because I want to buy everything.
You want to buy everything?
I wish I could buy everything. There's just you're surrounded by merch, dude. Like, wouldn't you want to just be like, grab a Liquid jersey or their new jacket?
Or the new jacket they were all supposed to pre-order. You know. By the way.
What's up?
If you guys watching, I'll tell you what. We've seen a lot of jackets. We've seen a lot of team merch.
Yeah.
But there's something, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the effect of the jackets, or maybe it's just the effect of the marketing. But as soon as you see the pre-order thing, you're like, man,
yeah,
I need that. And you like can't help it.
Yeah, it's not want. It's like, I need it.
I need that. And then, you know, it's funny because they're like, isn't it really hot in the Philippines?
Yeah, it is.
It is really hot. But you know what? Team merch drip forever.
It's
right?
worth it for the style. Plus, come on, if you can wear a Letterman jacket in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, you can wear it in the tropical, humid country that is the Philippines.
You're darn right. Brigitte is laughing, so I can hear her a little bit, joining us for this game number 4 draft that we're going to be jumping into. Brigitte, are you there?
Hello, I forgot that my mic was already on, and yes.
Okay, and what else are you going to say?
I must say, hello? Did I not say something? Oh!
Come on, Brigitte.
Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting? Hello.
There it is. Thank you. Okay, the draft. The bands are almost done here. Brigitte, what do you think is going to change? I already asked Renmar this earlier on. What do you think Aurora needs to change to take us to a Game 5?
Well, they've been changing their last ban every now and then. Earlier it was always the Louis, Joy, Badang, but then they switched it up to a Jushin, and now they're respecting the Kalea. So could there be a chance, however, that they themselves be the one to pick it up? Like, it's been a recipe for Onyx Philippines so far, you know? Like, they've been either trying to make that and the 1-1 work, and it only changed when they had their hands on the Selena.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out what that first pick priority is going to be. You know, some of the options they went for earlier in the series are out of the picture. You got the chip that they went for early on back in Game 1. That's not going to be there.
Whoa!
Fanny's banned out, so hey, they'll take the Baksha this time. First pick for Aurora.
Baksha right away. What are you cooking, Rora? I mean, we did get to see that yesterday. So
what are they cooking?
Unprecedented. But why? What are they trying to set up for? Are they just really playing into the very strong flex of the Baksha?
I feel like it's Aurora, though, that can really flex this if they wanted to. Okay, there goes the Jushin. It's still going to go into the hands of Onyx. The question is if they're still going to pair it up with a 1-1 for the 3rd consecutive time in this game.
Yeah. Are we going to get another 1-1 game here? No, all right.
They're not going for it this time.
A little bit safer this time around. I like it.
Unless Doman Kite does?
Will he? Maybe that's why they picked up a Baksha, so they already have a solid front. I'm still leaning towards the idea that we're already just going to see a UA pickup.
Oh, not a Baksha jungler.
Yeah, okay. So it's a Baksha. It's still flex. It's either roam or EXP. As Demon Kai goes to the jungle with a Hayabusa, and I think we're getting Farsa here.
It's interesting they went with the Hayabusa.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, Harith. I was going to say maybe the Harith, since it's the Granger, and we did comment on this earlier on. You know, Granger Harith still being a pretty good option for the gold lane, although we've seen a lot of 1-1 lately. But we even saw, was it Clint yesterday, right? We did.
Yeah.
Whoa!
One game. Oh, they go for the link right away.
Oh, the link came out, bro.
Assassin junglers recently, like the Lancelot, and I was thinking along the lines of a Suyo since
they're
that
not
was also
what?
still available right now, but the
क्या हो गया मेरे stream को? हो गया क्या?
all in. this time.
Why they are not banning
Honestly,
Zuxian?
after some of the CHOU performances we've
Bro,
seen,
because Louis is
near
more
the end of
important
the
ban
regular
for them.
season,
That's why they are
at the beginning of the
like
playoffs yesterday.
maybe Super Friends
feel
is
like,
better on Louis. That's why.
We're gonna start seeing a little bit less and less of Sasuke.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yep. They can work
Is
on
this
that.
Onic PH? Onic
Okay,
PH.
next bands too. You want to be able to still focus. I think the fact that Super Fritz has his Jushin locked in, and then what do you want to put in the mid lane for UA? You know, is there a possibility that he reaches for the Sicilian? Is he just out of the? Well, technically, UA was playing the Sicilian before it was really meta anyway.
Yeah, and against the Link, that might be a good option.
Yeah.
Although if they want to play the more unique and effective generators, which have been popping up recently, the Zask is there too, and that works well.
Bro,
with
they
the
are
Zask
picking
in terms of, like,
Harith every game and they are not winning it, bro. I think this should be a Harith game. This should be.
Although I feel like Brigida has convinced me with the Sicilian pickup for UA.
She convinced you?
Yeah, I mean, you brought it
I
up.
didn't convince you.
She explained it. You brought up the Sicilian, I was like,
Oh,
and then she explained it, so I was like, all right, yeah.
all right, that's Brigida's job.
Yeah.
That's true.
And considering that it is for the Ling, if you mess up your entry, Sicilian can be incredibly punishing for a Ling.
I think Haya is the advantage over
I'm
Ling.
alright with that, but that makes it a very
if you
greedy
play
lineup.
properly.
You have Hayabusa in the jungle, Harith Gold, Sicilian in the mid.
Yep.
You're gonna need a very strong pair in the roam and EXP to just hold things down for as long as possible so that they can farm.
Yeah. And if any, they at least need a way to stop or catch the Ling. Because so far, that's going to be a potential problem later on. Like the way it's just going to keep diving in. And they pair it up with a high loss too.
Okay, we go the high lows here for Onic.
Maybe
This
Valir.
is most likely XP or
this game will be interesting. Hell yeah. I think Rora gonna put everything on this
Is that
game.
the question? Is that the flexibility that we're looking at?
Jushin sounds
Yeah. High loss Juice and Ling are a very strong invade combo.
Yeah.
Plus the Ling's quite protected in the jungle if you put the high loss in the roam. So that might be the route that we're going for. Aurora, they could shut down a high loss EXP if they pick up something like a Esme.
Oh, there's a Ling, so the Valir can be.
Yeah. Playing a Valir up against the Ling isn't enough. Whoa, they're going CHOU?
Wait, okay, so they go CHOU, they're putting Baksha in the XP.
They got
right? Yeah. And then they picked up the Kimmy.
So this is a Brusco hero we're looking
CHOU against Hylos.
Or no, a Kirk hero or
Kimmy.
Brusco.
Yes, oh, golly.
The old signature. All right, Renmar, how are we feeling about this one? How's the draft? Is this it's match point right now for Onic Philippines?
I'm still tilted towards Onic draft.
I'm gonna leave it as simple as that.
Khalid is interesting
Better roam,
pick.
better
He's too
positioning,
annoying.
better
Rotation,
vision given,
damage,
you win.
everything is there, bro.
You win.
It's a different
The
story now.
CC
We're
is
seeing
annoying.
that Kimmy finally back.
Yeah.
At least there's a quick sand.
Khalid
guard,
ult
though.
is so
like, you
annoying.
can sustain yourself a little longer, but if it gets out of hand,
Yep.
you guys go crazy.
Well, we'll find
And
out.
if you
here.
ult
We'll get one
and
last
use
look
your
for
second
you
skill,
guys.
they're too slow
Game
also.
Number 4 draft. Once again, we get a little look at the index here. I feel like this is the first time we've seen the index for the series, or even possibly from yesterday. But let us know which
Bro,
which team you guys think has
Demon
the
Kite
best
was
draft
good
here.
on
Is it
Fanny.
Aurora
I don't
to
know
take it
like
to
if
game
he's
5, or is it gonna be Onic
assassin player or
Philippines to
not.
win this series?
If he was good on
Let's go
Frederick,
ahead and throw it over to
maybe he's a
Casters to
good
take us
hyper
into the
player.
Land of Dawn.
The Super Fam is at match point. Playing out of red since
I don't know about the
yesterday
fucking
when the playoffs started. They're looking to use
CHOU
their
pick.
old
CHOU
lineup,
pick
like
is
nothing changed
interesting.
really here for Onic to take it all the way, moving through the brackets. Rora, they got an ultimatum. Welcome to game number 4. Brigida, Rock and Leo at your
But
service here.
honestly saying, if they
How
got
do
the
you feel about
Baksha
Kimmy coming
too,
back?
they can do it.
Well, I've been seeing it a lot.
CHOU is
you
going
know,
against
like,
Khalid and
in
Baksha is
during
going
the entire
against fucking
three-week
High
break,
Loss. Oh,
like, it's
this is
a
interesting. What the
common
fuck?
pickup or a priority even in the first pick, and that was something I was looking at heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, Baksha is
Appears
like
that
a
teams are being
dominant.
a little more careful about picking the Kimmy. And it's usually paired with a Gatot Kacha in the previous games that I've seen it go, but it's different this time.
Funnily enough, I was actually saying yesterday, where the hell are these Kimmies hiding? And yeah, we finally see it. And usually, lineups that love to play against Kimmy usually love to pick the Baksha, but this time around they're on the same team. So that's a very interesting thing that Aurora did.
This is the Filipino flavor of the Kimmy, which is, again, often seen in our neighbors. MPL ID has a very strong Kimmy presence, mostly played in the mid. I'd say 7 out of 10 Kimmies are played in mid, then some in gold. But if they like their Kimmy, MPL MY love their Kimmy. Almost a 90 to 95% contest rate since she came out of that initial ban when she got reworked, and they mostly put her in mid too.
Whoa. Like Demon Kite is dominating against Kelra. What the fuck?
Type of combo. I feel like there are
a
lot of possibilities that we can expect with the CHOU and the Kimmy, because the Kimmy in itself can actually do some insane chain.
I mean, Harris should lose the lane early, bro.
Speaking of pairings, look at that powerful combo of the Hylos and as well as the Khalid, just pushing back Renegade as well as a Hayabusa from Demon Kite. But again, they can't kind of just go around this here. No Raging Sandstorm yet for Brusco means that they're not so scary yet. Demon Kite, though, could have Super Friends in his sights.
Crimson Beacon away.
So, Egyptian ulted already.
Edward holding his ground. Goes for the Baksha Unite. I wonder if they know that King Kong is still